Yo, we got the terrific three up here on the panel. It was some crazy performances last night, and we're gonna get into all of that. A couple guys went off last night, but we'll get into all of that. Right now, we're gonna talk about the in-season tournament. We got the stage is set. We got four teams: the Pacers, the Pelicans, the Bucks, and none other than the Los Angeles Lakers. Chill. I want to ask you to start off the in-season tournament. Who's it best for the legacy of the in-season tournament to win this?
I think it's a little early to talk about legacies right now because we don't really know what the in-season tournament is. We don't know how big of a deal it's going to be in 5 years, in 7 years. But as of right now, it's a big deal. So we got to get into we got to see a little bit more from a lot of these guys because I think the in-season tournament is going to get expanded. There's probably going to be more prize money. So as of right now, I don't really think that anybody benefits in terms of their legacy from it. Now, I will tell you this, Ron. You know, you're gonna have some people like if the Lakers end up in the championship game and James loses, that's 4-7 in the finals. Just so you know, that's the kind of logic that we're gonna hear if they end up in the in-season tournament championship game. So it's gonna be stuff like that. But I think it's a little bit too early to tell right now because we don't really know what the in-season tournament is. It's just new and it's something that we just starting to figure out.
Damo, do you have a team that you think if they won, it would start the in-season tournament like just prestige off, right?
The Indiana Pacers. I would say a guy like Tyrese Halliburton winning it would do the most for him. I'm not gonna say his legacy because legacy talks are crazy, but it would do the most for him in terms of marketing wise. Because, like we said like I said the last couple episodes ago, he genuinely has not been on TV, but twice he's only played 2-3 national televised games in 3-4 years. Insane work. So hopefully him winning the the Pacers. I'm not gonna say him. It is more on the team, but hopefully the Pacers winning will give more leeway and justification for them to be on TV, and more people can get to see Halliburton. Halliburton start going off for 30 and 13 with 0 turnovers in front of their audience consistently. That will drive up the want to see him play more.
Yeah, I think he's already put the league on notice though, as of now, just based on them being undefeated. What is 6 games? 5 games?
5 games, I think. Yes.
And they've been balling for 5 games. He's been balling for 5 games. They didn't really put the world on notice. But I think it's the Pelicans. I think a lot of people start to come around to Zion more. They start to come around to the dynamic of him and Ingram more. And then they really just see how scary this team is. Remember yesterday what I was saying about the Pelicans, so I don't have to go too in depth with that. But the same logic of the Pacers, I think it's the Pelicans, and even more though, because the Pelicans are expected to be a playoff team.
And the thing about Tyrese Halliburton, and I had done this yesterday with I had a top 25 yesterday, and I got sucked into the hype of Tyrese Halliburton, not realizing that my man got to do. He's got more work to do. But him being in this in-season tournament and him doing work, because again, Damo, I believe we have an MVP of the tournament. So the success of the tournament, on top of him, who like a lot of people don't know who he is, like you just said, 2 nationally televised games since he's been in the league like that. So 2 of them. So now we got a guy that wins the MVP of the tournament, and now we got a guy that we can market. The difference though is that I got on this train, not reluctantly, but I ended up being a prisoner of the moment because the same thing happened a couple of years ago with Ja Morant, where everybody jumped on this Ja Morant train. Ja Morant is the next, and that may be true, but we still needed to see more from Ja. And I think the same thing is going on with Tyrese Halliburton because he looks like that guard that I grew up watching, that I fell in love with, and I kind of got sucked into that. I don't want to jump the gun, but I will say that this would benefit him if it would benefit him from a marketing standpoint. I do agree with that,
Damo. So let's just kind of talk about all 4 teams right quick and see, like, let's run it down what this does for the team, or what's the narrative around these teams if they win it. We've talked about 2 teams. Let's talk about the Bucks. What's the narrative for the Bucks around if they win the in-season tournament? Is it now Dame and Giannis are compatible?
Well, I'll say for both of I'll say for the Bucks, and it's going to be my same take for the Lakers as well. So I don't want to repeat myself when I say it. Absolutely nothing. It means nothing for those two teams. It's going to be nothing but useless conversations for either the people that like them. They're not going to want to put too much on it because of bigger aspirations. Those two teams that are in the in-season tournament, they have championship goals. So them winning the in-season tournament, yeah, in terms of chemistry for the team, that'll be good. But perception at least around the fan side of the league, around fans, casuals, diehards, if you hate on them, you're going to diminish the value of the in-season tournament. You're going to diminish it, and it's just the in-season tournament. The way people did the way people did the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a fan of them, like I said, you don't want to put too much value in it because you're thinking bigger. So I would think for the Bucks and the Lakers, this really don't mean much for them outside of a extra paycheck, in my opinion.
Right. Which is a big deal. James already made that clear. I mean, 500 stacks is 500 stacks, no doubt about that. But I think that this builds more continuity with this unit. And not only does it build more continuity with this unit, with these teams that's in the play-in tournament, which are arguably playoff teams. I mean, Indiana looks like they're going to be a really good playoff team. Milwaukee got championship aspirations. So if you were to win this thing, that gives them more confidence in a playoff atmosphere to know that, all right, this is what we're going to be looking forward to moving forward, right? So when we do that, we'll be a lot more prepared, barring any injuries. We'll be a lot more prepared come May, come April, come May when the playoffs start.
Damo, so with you being a Lakers fan, me being a Bucks fan, I can kind of relate to you a little bit, but this bragging rights on this. Hey, if the Bucks win, I'm gonna come up here and talk my shit. I'm gonna come up here and like let you guys know, like we next power rankings, the Bucks better be number one because they went on what would it be, a 7-0 win streak, and keep in mind, remember this is similar to a playoff atmosphere. Mm-hmm. On top of that, it's implications, it's things at stake, and once again, it's the first in-season tournament, so it's like it says a lot. It shows that when the game is competitive, you able to when things are on the line, you able to take care of business.
Well, it ain't ridiculous to say that, Ron, because again, they only a game out of first place in the East. So it's not like, they're in third place and or fourth place and they trying to figure it out like what Denver is doing right now. No, they're a game out of first place in the East. They still at the top of the Eastern Conference. And I think that they've won 5 of their last 6 games right now. So for them to win the tournament and to win the tournament against whether it's the Lakers or whoever it is that they play, this basically catapults them back to the top of the league where people are talking about them as a championship contender exactly like we thought that they would. So I can appreciate you talking that, Ron, but we still need to see it. We do. We still need to see it, Joe.
Time out, though, but chill. It's no way that you don't believe if the Lakers win these next 2 games, and let's say they win them in convincing fashion,
right? That
we're not going to come up here and see somebody jump off the screen.
No, I promise you. Nah, no way. No way. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. Ron, you being an honorary Bucks fan, I can understand someone like a Bucks fan or a Knicks fan or a Pelicans fan or Pacers fan jumping out the window, jumping off your screen if they win, pulling a Pat Bev, standing on the stanchion for wanting to play in. Man, come on, man. We expect greatness over here. We're not about to hoot and holler over the mid-season tournament win, man. I'm gonna be happy. I'm like, cool. That's a cool little moment, cool little basketball. But man, if you think I'm about to come up here and try to have bragging rights over everybody for the mid-season tournament, when I'm trying to win a finals, when I want my team to win a finals, nah, man. When you're used to greatness, man, things like this, it don't really phase you. Them teams that are used to playing for the NCAA tournament in March Madness, they don't really trip over them little ACC tournament wins, man.
Sweet 16s.
They don't really trip over Sweet 16s, man. I'm telling you, like, I'm a Carolina fan. Every time us or Duke wins the ACC tournament before the March Madness stuff, I mean, we ain't out there popping champagne for that. That's pennies to them real bills we trying to get.
Yeah.
What should be popping champagnes? You talking about they not allowed to celebrate?
I didn't say they're not allowed to celebrate. I said me as a fan of the Lakers, if the Lakers win, I'm not about to sit here and celebrate and pop the champagne because we won that and try to have bragging rights on winning the in-season tournament. I got bigger aspirations. I can understand teams who don't win nothing, or you went your whole life and all you seen was like a couple first round exits. Yeah, you probably get excited. You ain't won nothing. You ain't seen a team win nothing. But when you expect greatness, things like this doesn't compare.
I hate you so much. You know that.
I would hate me too. I would hate me too. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a Heat fan, I hate me too. I get it.
This thing just started, B. I mean, like,
it's an accomplishment.
It is. I'm not fighting the fact that it's an accomplishment. Absolutely not. I'm not fighting that. But this thing just started. We don't know what this is yet. We don't know how big a deal this is yet. We have to wait to see whether it gets expanded. Like if these teams go on to win after it gets expanded, it'd be a big deal. Like if the Lakers win it, and let's say the Lakers win this thing and they go on to win the NBA championship.
This is my issue.
It'll put some more validity on it.
You cannot sit here and complain about the players not caring about the regular season and everything,
right?
And then sit here, and when we're talking about an in-season tournament, listen, I used to wrestle, right? So we used to always have tournaments all the time. And if you won, you were on that pedestal, you deserve to sit here and, have some bragging rights and, you accomplished something. It's something to definitely tip your hat off to. Be like, we did that. We did something like that, you know? Now, don't get me wrong. It's not as important as the state tournament at the end of the season. Not at all. But it's definitely something to be proud of. It's definitely something to celebrate. And in a time where we're trying to make people care more about the regular season, nah, fam, celebrate that. Pop some champagne. We won. The people are gonna care more about it when we see the players, the people around it care about it as well. Like let's be real. People are followers. So if you're going to set the tone, show some more care about this. And if you do win, the Lakers or anybody, I don't want to hear we got bigger aspirations. Nah, bro, you accomplished something that you deserve to celebrate for, and you have a good time with that, man. It's something that definitely you should be proud of and celebrate and have a good time for, bro. Let's be real. Like, come on, man.
I agree. Like, think about it as dumb. I get what you're saying. I get you. You used to everything. You used to, banner here, ring there, trophy there, MVP here, Hall of Famer here, Hall of Famer there, Hall of Famer here, Hall of Famer there. Hey, but as of right now, the playoffs ain't even guaranteed to y'all. like I'm like, y'all better accept what you could get and be happy.
That's a fact. Because I'm not liking this Lakers crew to win. To make
what's the opposite of yes, Damo?
No. What are we talking about? Listen, if the players want to celebrate, cool, let them celebrate. Let them burn that 500,000. Let them do whatever they want to do. I better not see no fans going around here talking about legacy talks because the in-season tournament. If Bron wins it, and that's what I mean when I say the fan. Me as a fan, I'm not celebrating. I have no problems with the teams themselves having a good time, being happy they won. That's cool. The fans should not be out here. Oh my God, my team won this, so we're going to win the championship. Oh my God, we won this in November, December. Did you? The fans should not be using this as a point in their argument. We're having debates about basketball. If we're talking about is Tyrese Haliburton the top 3-point guard, I mean, he is the in-season tournament MVP. How can he not be? That shouldn't be a part of the conversation. That's what I mean.
I've heard also MVP before.
Even if
and I would have stopped talking to that person immediately at that moment.
And that's a fact, Damo. But I mean, you being from North Carolina, like you don't care about the ACC tournament. Yes, you do. Especially if you do. Because if you beat Duke in the ACC championship game, guess what's happening? Okay, right.
That's different.
No, it's not. It matters. That's what I'm talking about. It matters. If you beat North Carolina State, okay, sure, it's not that big a deal. But if you beat Duke in the ACC championship game for the third straight year, hell yeah, yes, it does matter. Just like if they beat you in the Final Four, it matters. Now, don't get me wrong. The in-season tournament just started. It's something that we don't really know much about yet. But if you end up winning it and you continue this, fans are not going to be like, yo, we won an in-season tournament. No, they're not going to be that. But they're going to say, yo, we did win the in-season tournament and this is an accomplishment. And it should be don't get me wrong. It should be celebrated. Now, Doug, to your point, there's a difference between being the best wrestler in Mercer County as opposed to being the best wrestler in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah,
those two things are not the same, right?
Yeah,
those things are not the same. When you go downstate and you ain't the best wrestler in Mercer. You're the best wrestler in Hudson County and Bergen County. Everybody that you've seen, that's a bigger deal. But the fact that we got this now, you still need to celebrate that. Yo, ain't nobody around here better than me in this area that I'm in. Ain't nobody around here better than me. I could get with that logic, but I don't want to dismiss it. But I don't want to make a bigger deal of it than what it already is, because it's not.
Yeah. And that's my thing. I don't want to dismiss it. I don't want people to act as if, oh yeah, it's just an in-season. Nah, bro. Like it should be taken serious at least a bit, and it should be celebrated a bit, you know. And shout out to Adam Silver, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because I know he gets a lot of hate, probably with his handling of the players, but these ideas that they've been having with the play-in and the in-season, and even though that the All-Star game isn't working as much, I did like the idea of getting rid of the East versus the West.
That's coming back, though, just so you know. That's coming back.
Yeah, I don't see. So we got to see how that goes too. But I like what Adam Silver has been doing, man. I'm not gonna lie.
You got to remember too who we dealing with though with Adam Silver. Who did he work under for years? The ultimate capitalist in David Stern. So he about his bread, and not only is he about his bread, he about who making the bread, and that's the players. It's a players' league. He know that David Stern was a little too hard on guys, because the stuff that we got going on in today's game, a lot of these dudes would be gone. Guys like Draymond Green, the stuff that Draymond Green is doing, like those 4 or 5 game suspensions, those would be 25 game suspensions. Draymond Green would have to sit his ass down for a long time if David Stern was around, 100%. And Adam Silver recognized that, this is a players' league. Fans want to see the players. We gotta monetize these dudes as much as possible. And how are we gonna do that? We got to put them on stage as much as possible. So the play-in tournament, the play-in tournament, which I am not in favor of. I still don't like it, but I'm definitely feeling this in-season tournament.
You don't like the play-in? I like the play-in. I think it's
we
dope.
already have a play-in tournament, Dub. You got 82 games to get into the playoffs. If you can't get into the playoffs after 82 games, you ain't a playoff team. I'm not buying.
Is it not exciting to watch?
No, it's not. No,
oh, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You know you're lying.
No, I'm not. Dog.
Chill. It adds an extra storyline, and that's what makes it fun. Chill. I know your logic. You got to earn your way to get into the playoffs. Chill. I know how you feel. I know the day and age that you come from, and I respect it. It's like, look, you have 82 games to accomplish something. If you can't do it in 82 games, you don't deserve to be here. But hey, chill. I'm here to let you know. We live in a participation trophy type of society now. Okay?
That's what we're doing, Ron. That right there is what we're doing. We're rewarding mediocrity. That's what we're doing. We're rewarding mediocrity and a team that's.
I feel you, though.
I'm sorry. But that's what we're doing. We're rewarding mediocrity, a team that's in the 10th place. Now, I worked my ass off to get into the to get the 7th best record. So now what I got to do is I got to fight with a team that's in 10th place to keep my spot, even though I did that all year. Oh, I'm good.
The only time I'm okay with the play-in tournament system, because I'm halfway with you, Chill. I honestly am. The only time I'm like on the side of it is if you have those situations, which I don't even know if the last couple of years have been that situation, but if it arises where the 8, 9, and 10 seed of one conference, they would have been like a 5, 6, 7 seed in the other conference. So those years where there will be teams that are the 9th and 10th seed in the West, who they would still have 40 wins, but in the East, the 6th or 7th seed have 38 wins. They're a negative team, but they're still in the playoffs. That's what I'm for the play-in tournament in situations like that. Now, if it's balanced on both sides around that 8th, 9th seed, there's a drop-off between the 9th and the 10th and stuff like that, then all right, yeah, we're just doing this for participation trophies. We're just doing this to add a layer, to sell some more, to get more money. I'm with that. But when it's a situation where I'm the Los Angeles Clippers, I had a season filled with injuries to my stars. Now my stars are healthy, and we're a 9th seed, but we got the same records as the Hornets, who are 6th seed in the East. So if we were in the East, we would be a 6th or 7th seed. But we're in the 9th seed or 10th seed because we're in the West. I feel like it's justification for them. That's fair for them to be able to have still at least get an opportunity to play ball. You might have had some unfortunate circumstances in the regular season, whatever it is, give you another shot. I'm all for that. But I am with you. If it's not that, yeah, it's pretty whack.
That is part of it, though. That is part of it. The fact that you get hurt and stuff like that. I mean that's part of being that's part of being a part of the season. All right, I get that. I definitely get that part. But what I'm doing when I got a team that's in 7th place with 38 wins, and then I got a team in 8th place with 35 wins, and I got a team in 9th place with 30 wins, I'm compounding the nonsense. That's what I'm doing. I'm compounding it and I'm making it worse. So I'm gonna pass you. You're gonna get a C, even though you got a 62 on the test. You, on the other hand, you got another opportunity to pass this test. You got a 50. Get the hell out of here. You should get a flag. F,
I'm just gonna say, like, first off, it's already been a historical in-season moment. But I'm also gonna say it's gonna be more historical, or not in season. Playing. I'll be getting them mixed up. Already been a historical playing tournament moment. It was monumental, and we're gonna get more of those in the future. Like we got to be proud of that. Happy for that, right?
I'm for the viewership, bro. Yeah, that mic is crazy. I think it's SB, but yeah, the viewership, man.
It's me.
I mean, yeah, I think you.
Yeah, it's on the background.
You good?
Yeah, you good now. That mic is booming. But yeah, chill. I understand the
SB, we can hear what you're thinking.
Yeah, facts.
Yes, you guys need to trade everybody. Fire sale.
I understand you're upset with I understand you're upset with how there's 82 games you gotta earn it. I understand that. But in terms of viewership and revenue, I mean, adding 2 extra games later on in the season that people want to care about. Hey man, I mean, I like it. I think it's still a good idea. And I could be upset with it, but I mean, the results are the results. I think it does help the league out in terms of viewership, in terms of money.
SB, one of them got to go. Playing tournament.
Like my ugly bull sweater, man. 3 wins in a row. I'm feeling in the holiday spirit today.
No, not 3 wins in a row. 3 home wins in a row. Let's make sure.
We can take what we can get. We can take what we can get. Okay.
Don't make it sound like they rolling now, Ron. They won 3 home games in a row.
We rolling, baby.
You're not buying it, chill.
Let's chill out on the Bulls. Let's chill out.
Hey, but SB, one got to go. Playing tournament or in-season tournament? Which one is it?
I mean, from where we at right now, it got to be the in-season tournament because we don't really know the full effect of it yet because we're still in the process of it. So we know the full effect of what the play-in tournament brought to the playoffs. I mean, to basketball already. So it's not fair to even do this right now because we still in the process of the in-season tournament. We got to see how the finals going to look in the in-season tournament and how people going to react to them winning. So, but for where we at today, the in-season tournament got to go.
Okay, the playing tournament. It's the playing tournament. I think the playing tournament is way more better than the playing.
What, the in-season's better than the playing?
Oh, shoot, yeah. The in-season got to say the playing got to go, if that is the question.
I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
Chill, you rather have the in-season tournament? Chill hates this playing tournament.
It's corny. Ron, it's corny. It is corny. We're compounding the mediocrity. That's all we're doing.
So what happens if 10 seeds start making it to the second round and even like a 9th seed goes to the Western Conference Finals? But I'm saying though, it shows you that these teams are actually capable though, if that's the case. Or do you think that makes it even worse? That you can be mediocre during the season and
it's the same.
Weasel your way
and Damo's a college basketball
guy. Does the regular season matter now?
It's the same as, and Damo's a college basketball guy. It's the same as, I don't know, Wake Forest finished 8th in the ACC. They end up winning the ACC tournament and go and making a deep playoff run. Okay, first and foremost, they shouldn't have even been in the ACC tournament because you had the whole season, the entire season, to get in the ACC tournament. You didn't finish in the top half of the league. And all of a sudden, you win a couple of games, and you're now on this team's level. Consistency matters, B. Consistency matters. And the fact that we get to mid-March, late April, and a team goes on a 10-game win streak to get the 10th spot in the Western Conference, this team now could possibly be a playoff team and then go and win a first-round game or first-round playoff series because another team got hurt. First of all, Ron, that Miami Heat team last year, they were not an 8th seed, okay? They were not. They were much better than that. They played much better than that. Now, when you got teams that deal with injuries and stuff, I do understand that that's part of the game, right? That's part of the game when teams deal with injuries. So I feel for that. But if you can't get that together in 82 games, and you're a 10th seed and you got 35 wins, you are not a playoff team. No. But I understand it from a money aspect.
But then, OG, that's what we get to the point of. But then that's when we get to the point of, well, me and you have a problem with somebody being on the first team that didn't make the playoffs because they're telling us that winning don't matter and everybody accepted it. So you think that's opening the door for people accepting mediocrity when it comes to other awards too? They just looking at like, well, he one of the best players, no matter that they a lottery team, so still make him on the all first team because it seemed like winning started not to matter as much.
I think so.
All right. This is a good time to change gears. A couple quick announcements. Obviously, you guys know what I'm about to say. Scan that QR code. If you haven't scanned that QR code, scan it twice. Matter of fact, scan it 3 times to make sure you got the right QR code. Get the playerschoicemerch.com. Go ahead and get your significant other something good. You see my man SB got an ugly Christmas sweater. We may or may not have some ugly Christmas sweaters.
Yeah, no.
Or we might just have pretty
I'm in the season
casual sweatshirts. Whatever it is, go get you. Hey, well, get dubs and go to playerschoicemerch.com. Also, we just set up our Cash App and we set up our Venmo at PC Show. So this allows people off air to send through super chats. If you don't watch the show live, but maybe you want to send a super chat to chill about Kobe or something, I don't know. Or if you want to send a super chat to SB and let him know that this is gonna be the last time he wears that ugly sweater for the rest of the season. Or if you want to ask Damo about a certain coach in the NBA and what might be in his pockets and why his hands in his pockets all the time. I don't know. You guys have crazy questions all the time. So you can use the Cash App or the Venmo to send through those questions off the air and we'll address them on the show. What's good, SB? Talk to me.
I got a question for Damo because I blame Damo that this was in my algorithm in the first place. Damo, who is anybody afraid of you? You know, I think you're probably catching that pun when I'm saying afraid of you. So Damo, you know, people afraid of people on these online streets, and you are wild for wearing a Clippers jersey as a King fan. Yo, I blame you for that being in my algorithm, Damo. I seen the video of a grown man.
Yo,
said, I used to be afraid of another man.
We get up here to this and this.
Yeah, insane work, man. Insane work.
I see what we're praising today.
One Ox. Lost so much respect for you. You come up here and slander my Lakers all the time just to come up here in a Clipper jersey as a Kings fan. Disgusting. To answer your question, SB, no cap. I didn't know grown men over the age of 55 were scared of grown men on the internet. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh wow!
I thought people. Personally, I thought. Hey,
I just said I blame you for that being in my algorithm. I'm just like, yo, what is this?
I personally thought when you was old enough to collect Social Security checks, you would stop. You wouldn't be afraid of people online. But that's just me. That's just me.
Long as me, you know.
Y'all are so rude. Y'all are so rude.
I mean, I was going to say,
Dub, he did it to himself. Dub, he did it to himself. Dub, he didn't have to say that.
The man, he didn't. But the man is over here opening up about stuff, bro. I mean. Can you blame somebody for being real?
Dub go with that soft shit.
Hey, just being real, bro.
Old enough to be your dad talking like that on the line. No, man.
Hey, man, he just being real, bro. What's wrong with being real? Being honest.
Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong with being real, man. What do you mean?
Hey, man,
we being real too.
I'm afraid to chill, bro. I just never said it, man.
And he's no reason for him to be. Dub has no reason to be afraid of me, none whatsoever.
Dub is a walking psychopath. He's not afraid of no.
100% though. Yeah. Dub is.
Yo, the gentleman put up on my stream. He put up to the graveyard shift before. It showed some love. You know what I'm saying? It was all good vibes. But that shit the other day, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what that was all about. It was unnecessary though.
Fellas, let's go ahead and dive into some of these super chats. We talked briefly about the in-season tournament, but I need predictions on tonight's games and who's gonna win it all.
This why Russ got to come off that bench.
That's a Russ jersey or that's a Kawhi?
Nah, that's Kawhi. Come on, bro.
It should be a Russ jersey.
Here, this why Russ got to come off that bench.
Damo representing
16 minutes is plenty.
Matter of fact, Damo, go put your Lakers jersey on.
Man, I am not putting that Westbrook jersey on until the next time I'm obligated to. What?
You got a Westbrook? You got a
Westbrook Lakers jersey is crazy.
He's representing properly.
Hey, Ox, you might miss 2 weeks of the panel with that jersey on, man. You know, you're obligated to load manage. Ooh, that's disgusting.
No
That shit was
way.
it was on sale for like $20.
And you got it.
Damn right.
Would
Why
you?
would I spend hella money on a Westbrook jersey?
Hey, you paid too much, Damo.
I
That's-
really did. It
that's
should have been
wild.
$3.99. Not gonna lie to you.
That's crazy. All right,
Not
so
gonna
we got a
You
few
should
super
give it
chats.
away.
I got one from Andra 15789. Greetings from Slovenia. Yesterday, one of the NBA's most prolific, and I mean most prolific, kicker/punter, Luka Doncic passes Larry Bird on all-time triple-double list. 9th. Sad day for quote-unquote Waterboy Tatum and his stands.
Oh, my
Hold that
God.
L.
Oh man, y'all be
Yeah.
D-Rad and Luka so much, bro.
Even though, just so you know, Jason Tatum was Eastern Conference Player of the Month in both October and November. Just want to put that out.
that don't mean nothing for
Y'all
real.
only praise one side of the ball. I
I
swear.
just want to put that out there. He was
That's
Eastern
not
Conference
true.
Player of the Month.
They do. They only rock with Luka.
Luka's been playing. Luka's
He's better.
been playing good on defense.
He has actually been better. Yes,
He's
Luka
been better.
has
He's been better.
The effort has been better with Luka.
Mhm.
That's what it is. The effort has been actually better with Luka, and that's what that's actually what I care about. The effort has been better.
Still.
I mean, I guess this is the perfect time to address this. So we're acting like it's not a big deal what Luka did last night.
I mean, what team
No.
was it against? The Jazz, right?
Yeah.
It's Jazz, yeah.
Yeah, let's be real. I mean, him doing it against the Jazz is not.
Yo,
really as much,
so-
but-
Hold on,
what
Joel
Joel
Embiid
Embiid did last-
No. Right.
What did he finish with? What did he finish with?
Yeah,
Joel had 50.
Well,
Yeah, 50.
Luka had 40, 10, and 11, I think, last night.
Yeah.
And they beat Utah by 50, by the way.
I mean, it's the Jazz.
Yeah,
we
they beat
praising
them by
that.
50.
We praising that.
Yes, they beat them by 50.
Yo, SB.
It's
I
the Jazz.
don't care if he plays the
They're
Utah
NBA team.
Cardinals.
Right, they played in the NBA.
Who is
It's a
that? Who is
high
that?
school team. It's a high school
Oh,
team.
I didn't. I didn't.
Utah Valley Cardinals. I don't care if he's playing them.
I'm not
No,
hyping that, Ryan.
No,
I'm not
listen,
hyping
listen,
it.
listen
That's
to the
not
point
hyping
that
it.
I'm making.
The
Listen
Jazz,
to the
I'm
point that
hyping
I'm
it,
making. I promise you, 90% of basketball players wouldn't be able to go into any other gym. I don't care if it's a men's league, and in one half get a triple double, let alone get a 29-point triple double. Do you know how hard that is?
Are you comparing
In the-
Luka? Are you comparing Luka to us? Like
Right.
I'm
Of
sitting
course.
in a
Yeah,
computer chair right now.
the point. I said in a men's league, it could be whatever. I'm saying Luka's still playing against NBA caliber players. He's still playing against an NBA team.
No, not
And he's
NBA
still-
caliber players, Ron. NBA players. These dudes
NBA
aren't
players.
caliber players. They're pros.
Okay, so NBA players, an
Certified.
NBA team. On top of that,
Mhm.
he did it in a half. If he would have did it in a full game, if his stat line at the end of the game would have been 28, 10, and 11, I'd have been like, cool, okay, look, typical Luka night. He did it in a half. He did it in 24 minutes.
Hey, that's moving me. I don't care what none of these. I don't care what these haters is up here talking about. That's impressive. To do that, to do that to any NBA team.
Ooh, the
That's
Oh, he was
Jazz.
fantastic last night. Yes, he
That's
was.
impressive.
Good game, Luka.
He was so good that one of the Jazz players almost got in a fight with him because he was busting his ass.
That was funny.
That's how good he was. And
That was
and Luka
funny.
wasn't lying.
That was funny.
And Luka wasn't lying when he said that. Because
He said,
it
"Man,
happens
I'm
when a dude is serving you, he's serving him so good that he was like, "Yo, you got to stop that, or we gonna have to fight." That's how much he was giving him.
Luka been in the hood in Dallas a couple times.
It's one thing to not like a player, SB. It's one thing to not like a player. We like, I'm not a Luka fan by no stretch of the imagination. I'm not a Luka fan, but we must have take integrity. You know what I'm saying? We must move with some type of rules and integrity in this.
Bro,
business.
y'all,
I can't come up here and say that 29. He had 29, 10, and 11 at halftime.
Do
Bro.
that every
Come on.
game. I'm not
So
finna hold
if
my-
he
wait,
could, he would.
Wait. I'm confused. SB, you're saying, oh man, y'all overdo this Luka hype. Ox, you say you're not a Luka fan. Why are you not a Luka fan? What is that?
Well,
not
I've never been a Luka fan, but that's not no knock. I don't like the way he plays basketball. If you don't play defense, I don't like you. I've never been a fan of how Luka plays on either side of the ball, but that doesn't mean I can't recognize that he's an amazing basketball player.
That's fair.
I'll do that with. I've called Luka a bum for last season, just kind of the way he went out last season, and then not really looking like he was taking it serious, getting out of shape, all that. That was bum activity to me. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask a question?
What's up?
So you're also not a fan of Rudy Gobert, right? You're not a fan of Rudy.
I am a fan of Rudy Gobert.
Okay, so
hold on, Damo. Let me explain to you. Because no, it's not
okay.
one way street. Let me explain to you because I've explained to this many times. Rudy Gobert is actually a threat on the offensive end. He's a lob threat. He has a drop step. He has a jump hook. He gets on the offensive glass. Rudy Gobert, he's averaging what for his career? 16. You don't average 16 and not be able to do anything on offense. If all you can do is get on the offensive glass and finish that and finish when the ball's just dumped down to you, that's sufficient. That's better. I mean, that's better than what non-defensive players do on the defensive end. Playing Ole Matador defense has zero effect.
And on top of that, Damo, what do you expect the guy offensively to do as a big? So as a big fella, should I be on the perimeter throwing the ball between my legs like Embiid shooting the long ball and shooting mid-range shots? That means that because I don't do that, I don't play offense. I'm not a good offensive player.
I would expect some form of bag in terms of post move, post work, capabilities, and abilities as a big man if you're going to have some form of offense. That's just what I would expect. I would expect more than just a casual jump hook. And if he really had that in his bag, he would get more than 8 attempts in this season.
Yes.
Just in my opinion.
Damo, what's wrong with a casual jump hook, as you call it? A jump hook,
Right.
That's a
I'm not saying a casual
I'm not
jump.
You don't
believing
have
in
to
that.
be
I'm
Hakeem
not believing
Olajuwon
in
to open
that.
up.
I don't believe in
I'm not believing in it either.
I don't
I
believe
don't
in it.
believe in it.
I don't believe in it.
So how does
Dwight Howard had no. Dwight Howard had a casual jump hook. He went to the line.
There was nothing casual about that. That was a effective, extremely effective
Okay,
jump hook.
so
Dwight Howard is not in this conversation. He was a monster on offense.
Tell me what his bag was as a offensive big man. Dwight Howard. Tell me what the bag was.
Dwight Howard.
He had a
Dwight Howard. Y'all act like y'all don't remember Dwight Howard opening
Tell
up.
me what it was.
I'm telling you right now. You act like you don't remember Dwight Howard opening up facing. He had a face up game. He had face up. He had a running jump hook. He had to open up. He had to go. He had to move. You know the move, the one where you rip through, go middle, spin off of that. Dwight Howard had moves on the block. I don't understand what y'all was watching.
Moves.
Those are two secondary moves. Those are two secondary moves. And because he already had the jump stop, he had the drop step, he had the jump hook, he had that running. Wait
a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Real quick.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
And then not only that, he did evolve into being able to open up and knock down that bank shot, which is extremely efficient, especially without footwork like he had. Dwight Howard was no slouch on the offensive end by any
I'm not saying he was a slouch on the offensive end. What I'm saying is Dwight Howard was another guy that was an extremely great defensive player, but on the offensive end, he made himself a threat. Even before he developed the jump hook, even before he developed the bank shot right there outside the box, before he developed that, he still made himself a threat. And that's what I mean with Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert doesn't make himself a threat. Yes, I understand on offense, he definitely is more than just, I'm going to catch it off the glass and put it right back up. Right. I understand he has a move or two, but he is not a threat down there on the offensive block. He is not a guy that he's literally a guy that should have the attitude of Anthony Davis. I'm not calling for the ball because no one's going to give it to him. I watched Donovan Mitchell play with him in Utah and literally not want to give him the ball because he's not a threat. No one's afraid of what he's about to do.
You can't be that bad of a free throw shooter. You can't be that bad of a free throw shooter and also have no post moves, nothing offensively, and average 16 and 17 points.
You can if you have point guards that will put the ball where you need it, or you're good on the glass and you can get offensive rebounds and put him up. He's one of the most efficient bigs. He's one of the most efficient bigs around the rim. He's one of the most. That's fine if he's a threat. But again, I don't think Luka's the worst defender in the NBA. So he still has some capabilities on defense. Might not be one of, especially this year, but he definitely has some capability. I'm not saying he's an average defender or above. He still could be a below average defender. That doesn't make him the worst defender in the league. Just like Rudy Gobert might not be the worst offensive big man, but he still ain't nothing to talk about for real. So if you're gonna tell me, I can't be a fan of a guy that just plays offense, doesn't play defense. Okay, I just expect consistency. Don't be a fan of a guy that can just play defense and ain't squat on offense for real. Unless he has a good point.
Rudy on offense is superior to Luka on defense.
Are you a fan of Tony Allen?
I like Tony Allen. Yeah, I'm not saying like he was a great. I don't got to be a fan of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like Luka's game on either side of the court. I don't like how he plays offense or defense. I understand that he's a great offensive player and you can't go. I just don't like it, and I don't think it's winning basketball. But he's really good at it. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop him from doing that. I can acknowledge all these points and still not like his style of play. Tony
So
Allen,
you're not a James Harden fan, right? You weren't a James Harden fan this round. No,
I was a James Harden fan when he was playing for the Oklahoma City Thunder. As soon as he went over there messing with Mike D'Antoni and all that. But this is my thing though. So Doug brings up Tony Allen, and also in the attempt to cook, he brings up Tony Allen.
I was just asking.
I was a fan of who Tony Allen was as a basketball player, with the ability to also acknowledge that he's not going to score unless it's in transition. You know what I'm saying? He's a lockup defender and a transition bucket. I was fine with that. I'm not saying give Tony Allen no All NBAs. I'm not saying send him to the All-Star game. I just liked who he was as a teammate and as a basketball player.
So you're not a fan of Steph? I'm sorry. I just got again. I'm a guy of consistency. I've
never been a Steph Curry fan. No. I respect the fact that you better guard him as soon as he wakes up. But I've never been a Steph Curry fan. No,
I respect it. I listen. You don't got to like everybody. I just wanted to be consistent. I just need your logic to be consistent amongst everybody.
It's a bias towards offensive players. You just don't like offensive.
No, it's not. I like guys like Kevin Garnett. I like guys like Scottie Pippen. You know what I'm saying? I like guys like Kawhi Leonard
when he's healthy. And Damo, do you remember watching, or did you watch Rudy Gobert in his international games? Because he actually in the international game is a lot better offensively than what you see in the NBA. A lot better. He steps out and he actually knocks down.
He'll get the opportunity to do it. That's what you're trying to say.
He actually knocks down mid-range shots. They go to him on the block. They go to him in the mid post. He actually is passing the basketball. I watched him in the Olympics where he was a big part of what they were doing offensively. The USA team was just better. But and his ability to reverse pivot, which I didn't even know he had that. His ability to catch the ball on the block, face up, drop step, then reverse pivot and jump hook over a guy. I'm thinking to myself, well, he obviously is efficient in the NBA. So why don't they go to him or use him more like they do in the international game? But then I understood that the international game is a lot different than the NBA game. Even though at the end of the day it's basketball, it's still a little bit different. How about you shut me up, Limitless? How about that? How about that? Come up here and shut me up. Yo, these dudes make me sick, man.
Limitless.
Man, that's what you are. Actually, you're actually not limitless. You are limit. That's what you are.
You're limited. You are limited.
Completely limited.
To ask questions like, does De'Aaron Fox play defense? De'Aaron Fox doesn't play defense. Come on.
Does Sabonis play defense?
One thing about Domantas Sabonis is yes, he does play defense. He's just not a good rim protector. He's not very good at stopping you at the rim, but he meets you at the rim. Domantas Sabonis, he stays vertical. He jumps with you, jumps straight up and down. He's not the best defender, but he is far from a negative on the defensive end. When he gets matched up like with wings, switched off on wings, he's cooked. Yeah, he's cooked. But most bigs are. But other than that, Domantas Sabonis plays solid defense on the block. I would prefer to have a better rim protector. Like that's why sometimes I feel like we should play JaVale with Domantas, especially against certain lineups. But hey, watch the games. Watch the games, y'all. Watch the games, man. Know what you're looking at, though. See, what y'all got to stop doing is watching games for parlays. You got to watch the game and know what you're watching. Like, actually pay attention to basketball. I understand that you're watching the games. I'm not going to disrespect. I'm not going to disrespect the chat. I don't watch basketball.
I think Sabonis tries, but I want
y'all to watch the game for more than your parlay. Okay, so tonight and tomorrow when y'all watch basketball, watch it for more than your parlay, bro. Watch what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Watch how bigs, defend pick and rolls. Watch how they defend pick and pops. Watch what they do on the basketball court. Stop just looking like, I need his person to score 5 more points. That's not
you know what it is? You know what it is, chat? This is the issue with Bob, right? And I know is when people
no issue with Bob. No issue whatsoever.
No, the issue that you have, like with some people, when it's really this. Is when you don't give the effort on defense. I think that's the main issue. Like Sabonis, you're not going to convince me Sabonis is a good defender, but I will say that he does give effort 1,000%. I wouldn't say that
he's not a bad defender, though. He's not a bad defender.
Like Joker, right?
Mm-hmm. So when you got a guy like Luka, Trey, and you don't like Dame, right? Right, Bob? You don't like Dame either.
Do I dislike Dame? I'm not a fan of Dame. I like Dame. When
But you got people like that. He's not gonna like him like that because there's no effort sometimes. So I understand that. But you're not convincing me that Sabonis is a good defender. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. It took me a year to convince you that rebounding matters. You know what I'm saying? That rebound give me another year. I'm patient. I'm patient. Don't worry.
We're gonna get him on the hook. We're gonna get you on the hook, dog.
That's insane.
I was a fisherman in my past life.
So, is it one player in your league that you like that's not a two-way player? I know you got one.
Who do I like the most that's not a two-way player? I would probably have to say Steph. I think Steph probably.
Okay.
But how can you not like Steph Curry though? You know what I'm saying? It's like even as a Kings
I
fan,
can give you plenty of reasons.
Yeah, well,
damn.
I thought you would have had 50 reasons why you didn't like Steph, but you know.
I think it was 51, but
it was 51 as a matter of fact.
SB. This ain't nothing new. You gotta understand, like his team's in Sacramento, and you go across the bridge, and San Francisco's right there.
It's a
backyard rivalry.
We've actually been playing. We played good against the Warriors, even when they were who they were. We wasn't beating them a lot, but we used to play good games against the Warriors.
They definitely used to always be competitive games.
For the record, if y'all play them again, I got y'all. I got y'all beaten.
I mean, we 2-1 against them in the second game. Clay hit that crazy game winner, and we didn't have the end. We better than them. So.
All right, y'all. Couple more super chats. Hey, shout out Jared Gardner. He's now a new member. If you're not a member, go ahead and become a member. Also, do want to acknowledge that we do got a new Cash App in Venmo for those that are watching, but you're not watching live and you can't, send through a super chat. Putting it right here on the screen. Y'all go ahead and check this out. Send through some, send through a cash chat or send through a pay chat, whatever you want to call it, Vin chat. Send those through and we'll acknowledge them during the show and be able to talk to those who aren't able to watch live. Want to shout out all of our viewers worldwide. Some people don't catch the show live, so you guys are just as important as the people that be turned up in this chat every day, day in and day out. Big Rich Don sent through a super chat. He said in-season tournament MVP should be automatic all-star starter.
No.
Does this make sense?
No.
Crazy.
Because we can have a dude come off the bench and be a dirty work guy. All of a sudden, I don't know. Let's say that Minnesota's in it. Nas Reed should be starting in the All-Star game if he ended up being the MVP of the in-season tournament. Word? That's what we doing?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Austin Reeves?
Wow. That's what we doing?
It should be simply. It should simply be whoever wins the in-season tournament gets home court advantage on whoever they match up.
But Dub,
why not? Why not?
The top 4 seed. You already got home court advantage against in the first round. If you're a top 4, if you're a number 4 seed, you got home court advantage the first round, right? But if you're the 1 or 2 seed, you got home court advantage most of the playoffs anyway. So what's if the Celtics win the tournament and then get first seed in the East, what does home court advantage do for them? They already got it.
All right, so then what should it be? What should the reward be?
It should be $500,000
and a trophy and the MVP.
Nah, man. Bro.
We're not automatically giving you home court advantage because you won the inaugural in-season tournament. Because now what we're doing is
why not?
Because what we're doing is we minimize
a lot of money.
And not only that, what we're doing is we minimizing the rest of the regular season. That's what we're doing.
Or maybe if you got to be a top 5 seed, or if you a top 5 seed, then you can
Or how about this for an idea? How about you play the rest of the season and earn home court advantage? How about that for an idea?
See, this is the problem I have with you, Chill.
What's the point of having in-season tournament?
No.
The point of having an in-season tournament is to increase viewership. Why? Because the NBA.
Are you serious?
Because the NBA early in the season is a little bit mundane. When we get to late December, when we get to early January, these are the dog days of the season. So the in-season tournament is to increase viewership. What we're not going to do is we're not going to award the Charlotte Hornets, who win the in-season tournament and end up losing 20 of their last 25 games and barely make the playoffs. We're not doing that.
They won. They all competed in the same tournament and they won.
SB walks up the sidewalk, sees $5 on the ground, and obviously doesn't pick it up.
Why wouldn't I pick it up?
Right, SB? You're not picking up that $5.
No, I'm a good Samaritan, man. I ain't gonna pick it up. Somebody else.
Good Samaritan. I'm not telling you, you're not robbing nobody. You're just picking up and lose $5. You know what I'm saying? Because $500,000 ain't nothing to a millionaire. So.
Well, listen, they won.
But you want to add some playoff implications to it, right?
They all competed. They all competed in the same tournament. They all had the same opportunity, and they won. If they won and earned that spot, I mean, I'm not saying for the whole entirety of the whole entire playoffs, but in the first round, you get home court advantage. Why not?
Because that's why we play. Because that's why we play the regular season. That's why. That's how
you played the regular season to get into the postseason.
Right?
And they won the in-season tournament that they all competed in.
Okay, those two things are not the same thing, Dub. You played the regular season. Now the in-season tournament is a part of that, 100%. But it's not the entire thing. The reason why you end up with home court advantage in the first round is because you played the regular season in order to get home court advantage. You didn't play the in-season tournament to get home court advantage. That's just part of it. You only giving this is what you're doing, Dub. You giving me half the job, but you want all the money. No, absolutely not, Dub. That's not working.
No. Oh, you lucky somebody calling me. No, listen. No, listen, because at the end of the day, you have whoever. Let's say the Pacers win the tournament, right?
Right.
And that first round, you get home court advantage, and that's it. We all competed in the same tournament. And think about it. Regular season game, they have to compete well enough to make the regular season. So they're doing that. And at the end of the day, we all competed in the same tournament to sit here and get that advantage. So if you were the one to lose that, then guess what? It is what it is. At the end of the day, they won and should be rewarded for it. And if that's the home court advantage in the first round primarily, because I don't think the whole entire time you should have the first home court advantage.
No, just the
first round. The first round, that's something that's manageable. I think that's something that's pretty fair because y'all all competed in the same thing. Y'all all had the willingness. Y'all all had the games. And the in-season tournament games are a part of the regular season as well.
Yes, they are.
Hey, I mean, I'm not too mad at it.
Give $500,000.
I
don't know why y'all
ask your question, Doug. So the Indiana Pacers win the in-season tournament. The Indiana Pacers are in the Central Division, and throughout the rest of the regular season, they finished in 4th place in the regular season in that division. Milwaukee won that division. And not only did they win the division, they finished 2nd in the East. And they got to play Indiana in the first round. You think Indiana earned home court advantage? Even though
they won the in-season tournament, yes. If that's the rule,
yes, I think they earned it.
So we're taking out the rest of the regular season. Is that what I'm
saying?
No.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Because I'm saying it's mainly for the first round, right? So that means, let's say if the Pacers win it and they go up against the Bucks that have a better record, they don't have home court advantage anymore. Just whoever they face in that first round, they get home court advantage, and that's it. No, and especially, let's say if they match up against the Celtics in the first round. Well, guess what?
What if they don't make the playoffs?
The Pacers beat.
Then they don't deserve
to be in the playoffs.
And let me ask you a question.
You can't be a play-in team, OG. You can't be a play-in team to get through. You have to be higher.
And SB, you just said then they don't deserve it. And why wouldn't they make the playoffs?
They didn't win more games at the end of the season.
And during when?
In the season.
Which means they didn't do the rest of the job. Is that fair?
Right.
Okay, so again, you're taking out one part of the job. No, I'm not paying you to only do half the job.
No,
and that's what you're doing.
You just caught up on the fact of the playoff thing. The whole point, and I think Dub did say it, was you have to be a playoff team, and then that amplifies what you want and adds on to that. So say if like the Pacers finish as the 5th seed, and they got to play the Cavs as a 4th seed, they get home court advantage because they won the in-season tournament like that. You can't be a 7 seed or a play-in team to get that extra reward, but you have to be a solidified playoff team. So now you don't got to worry about a bottom 5 team getting it as a play-in team. So you got to be at least a top 6 seed. So the regular season still does matter.
Okay, if I'm the 6th seed, but I don't know, Milwaukee is the 3rd seed.
You get home court
advantage. They got a better record than us. We get home court advantage over them, even though we finished 6 games behind them in the division. And they're a 3rd seed and we're a 6th seed, but we get home court advantage over them because we won the in-season tournament. Even though throughout the rest of the regular season, they've been better than us.
If that's part of the award, if you want to add that to the award, yes. I'm cool with that because the same team that you worry about right now is Milwaukee. There, because that other teams will still play harder for that too. Because then that's another amplifier that I know that I'm Milwaukee Bucks. I'm a championship competing team. Let me go ahead and win this in-season tournament. So I don't have a team that's the Indiana Pacers, who might be the 6th seed that gave home court advantage in the first round.
What you're doing?
They make you want to play harder too. I mean, that's the whole point of adding the NCAA tournament in the first place, to add something to make the regular season better. Because let's not act like this NCAA tournament popped up out of nowhere.
SB. You don't think so? You don't think it's been better already?
Yeah,
it has been better, but do you think
because of that
they're going to give even more? They're going to give even more effort, though. Mm-hmm. If you sit here and add the playoff,
how much more effort are they going to give? Which you don't think
more effort?
More effort?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much effort do you think they're giving right now?
More.
More? What's more?
W Kobe reference. W Kobe reference. Can I ask a question though? We're talking about the mid-season tournament and everything like that. If it is shown that there is an increased amount of viewers in the time frame of the mid-season tournament is happening, do y'all feel like they're going to start adding a bunch of other stuff to make the rest of the season more watchable or to get that engagement up? Because I can't see a world where, okay, we start the season cool, then we get to November or December and you have the midseason tournament. Okay, what if the numbers drop in January? Okay, we can expect them to pick back up around the All-Star break, but what happens in March and April? Are we just waiting until May for the playoffs? Like, what's going to happen then? If it's a drastic drop between April and May, March and April versus November or December, are they going to do something then, or are we just going to live with it?
Do you mean drastic drop in comparison to like last year, like where the views were in January?
Let's say the midseason tournament. I don't even know how the numbers are looking, but let's say the midseason tournament, that time frame, the viewership is peaking new heights for whatever the NBA is used to in that time frame, right? But after the midseason tournament, after All-Star break, the numbers dipped down. Not even they dropped down. Not damn what the midseason tournament was. They dropped down to whatever it was, like to lows we haven't seen since, I don't know, 86. I have no idea. But they dropped down record lows. Do you feel like they're gonna in a year or two, and this happens for 2 years? Do you feel like, okay, well, we see this helps. Do we start putting in other things in the spring? Do we start putting other things in?
Maybe even adding another tournament in the middle of the season, something like that. And the reason why you're saying that, Damo, is because as of right now, just so you know, as of right now, viewership is up 25% because of the midseason, because of the in-season tournament. Viewership is up 25%. Revenue, I believe, is up 26%. This is an all-time high. With the NBA, this is an all-time high since the NBA has started. So this is obviously a success, right? Now, what we can't do as a business is we can't have an opening week or an opening month where, you know, we have record sales, and then 2 months later we basically barely paying the rent. No, we have to find a median, right? We got to find a median where, okay, we might not be able to continue with all-time highs, but we can't go back to the projects neither. No, we're not doing that. So there has to be something. So, and to your question, Damo, I think that there is something that they will implement where, you know, we'll make it more watchable to keep viewership as high as we possibly can. We're not going to be able to go, you know, 25% and then drop to 6%. No, we're not going to do that. If we can find something in the median, I think we'll be good.
This my thing. If it happened like that, like if it was this high, 25% Showtime, and then it dropped to under normal viewership, like less than last year, previous years before. Now, I'm gonna be like, all right, we ain't doing this midseason tournament shit no more. Then ungrateful bastards.
Just gonna take y'all out. We give you this, and this how y'all treat us after. So you gonna come to my house and eat. Right, and after you eat, you're gonna leave, and you don't call me no more. Okay, I bet you won't come back and eat again.
I never cook for you again.
Never coming back.
Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know what's good for you. Keep real.
It's like that.
If this how you gonna act, all right, we're going back to
regular schedule program. Okay, gonna come to my house and eat, and then leave, and you ain't never gonna call me again. See if you get another plate at my house again, ever.
Guys, never.
I'll fix your ass.
show some damn respect.
All right.
I know you guys can see this link on the screen. Go ahead and click that. Check it out. Send something through. Waiting for somebody to send something through so we can see if it actually works, and then we'll start implementing it with all that good stuff. But I got a super chat on the other end from Skirvin Bioro. Skervin Bioro. He said the Wolves been balling. Gobert and Cat need apologies. Trade is starting to come to fruition, and they are forcing other teams off small ball. Your takes.
I'm not apologizing for nothing. I'm not apologizing for a damn thing. I still think they need to trade Cat, and I'll never believe in Baguette Biombo. They got to win a championship to get an apology out of me, buddy. I ain't going to lie to you. Shout out Ant. Mess with Ant. Mess with Nas Reed. Big Jelly. Mess with him. But the other two, yeah, y'all got to win a championship to prove me wrong.
Yo, Damo's nuts. So
I'm not going to lie.
Playoff run doesn't convince you?
I agree.
What happened?
I agree.
You agree, Dub? Championship or nothing with this team?
Unless they beat, if they beat the Suns, or if the Suns are healthy, but if they beat like a team like Dallas or the Suns, then I'll be like, okay, my bad.
They smoking Dallas. That's not even gonna be a close series. I got Minnesota and damn near 4 in that series.
I'll put money on that.
If they match up, let's do it.
Let's do it.
We'll go like 100 a game.
100 each game? Why don't we just bet for the series?
No, I like to go 100 a game. That way, if it goes 7, you know what I'm saying, then somebody $100. But when the Timberwolves sweep Dallas, you owe me $400.
That's insane. That's insane. Actually, I'm not doing that.
All right, because it's gonna be a sweep. All right, we just go 100 on the series. It's 100.
100. Let's do 100. Yeah, let's do 100 on the series. I'm down for it.
So as of right now, the Minnesota Timberwolves actively have the best record in the NBA at 16-4. In their conference, they're 11-2. In their division, they're 4-0. At home, they're 10-1, and they're on a 5-game winning streak. Damo, I know you said it's championship or nothing for them. That's the only thing that's the only time you'll respect them. But how do we feel about them right now? Have they moved up some of you guys' pedestals? Are you looking at them a little differently?
I mean, I'm enjoying the product more, and I'm not saying this championship is bust for the team. I'm just saying, if you expect me to apologize, y'all got to win a championship for me to apologize for what I said. That's what I'm saying. I'm respecting what they're doing. I'm enjoying watching them play. I'm enjoying the basketball that I'm seeing. The energy is there. But I expected this the moment I see Anthony Edwards step on the court for them. I seen the capabilities of him leading this team to a different area. I seen the dog that Jimmy Butler brought to that team kind of reignite when he was there. Like I seen it. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I am a little surprised that it's working as good as it is with the front court that they have, because I don't believe in those guys. So that is a little surprising. But in terms of how well they're playing, I'm enjoying it.
Chill, Dub. How do you guys?
I got them at the top of the league. This is what I envisioned with Minnesota when they first traded for Rudy Gobert. This is what I envisioned that this tandem of these two guys could be, and it's actually working. The fact that Cat's game has expanded, he's getting a lot more wide open looks on the perimeter. Him and Rudy are working really well together defensively. And even offensively, they're working really well. Rudy's been a really good lob threat at the rim. He's actually dropping passes off to Rudy. They still haven't gotten Jaden McDaniels back in the lineup. And once they get him back in the lineup, they're going to be even better. Them winning the championship, I think it's a little much. But I will say that I do not see them getting bounced in the first round. This is a team that I think can go deep into the playoffs and make a run in the playoffs. Get to the NBA Finals or get to the NBA Finals, I think it's a bit much. But get to the West Finals, I think that they can make a run to the West Finals.
Does anybody think they can make a run to the championship? I'm not even saying win it. Do you think that they can make it out the West?
I think they can win it. I think
they can win it all, or just win the West.
Win it, dog.
I think they could win the West if they match up against. If they match up against, let's say, the Boston Celtics. I don't like their odds against them. I don't like their odds against even Milwaukee to an extent. I'm not even gonna lie, but like I said, it's gonna be very matchup dependent. If they go on a stretch where they're gonna face favorable matchups, like if they face the Denver Nuggets, and let's say they're the first seed right now, so they're probably gonna face let me double check. Right now they'll face the Pelicans or the Clippers Yeah, Lakers is crazy. They'll play the Pelicans or the Clippers right then and there. or the Suns. Like, I think if they face any one of those teams besides the Suns, I think they probably are going to beat them. So then they only have to worry about the Nuggets or, let's say, the Kings in the second round. That's something I think is favorable to them. I'm not going to lie. So I think, depending on the matchup, things can go their way for them to make it to the finals. But even then, I don't think that they're going to win the finals because I don't think they're going to be able to stop Boston Celtics.
Well, if you look at this unit, though, Dub, if you look at this unit, everything you need to make a legit deep playoff run, they got it. They got elite perimeter defenders. They got an elite perimeter player. They got box work. They got a deep bench. They got an elite. They have an elite rim protector and paint presence. They got a big time point guard in Mike Conley, right? A steady point guard in Mike Conley. So all of the stuff you need to go deep into the playoffs, they actually have that. The question is can they put it together? Well, what you've seen this far in the season, the way that they're gelling, it looks like they can. The playoffs is a different animal, right? That's why the in-season tournament is so important. But the playoffs is a different. The playoffs is a different animal, and I think that they can put this together. I don't know. I think it's a stretch to say that they can win it, but I think they can make a deep postseason run considering what they're doing.
I agree with you, Chilton. I agree with you big time. I don't know if they come out the West. If they do come out the West, I got them handling Milwaukee.
I don't know, bro. That offense is crazy with Dame and Giannis, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
That defense is crazy up there in Minnesota.
And they throw a bunch of different bodies at you, though, Dub. I mean, Jaden McDaniels, Nas Reed, how they switch, how they get around screens, how they protect the paint. As a group, how they protect the paint, right? All of that stuff.
You do know that Karl Anthony Towns does not show up to the finals if they're playing against the Bucks. He has a respiratory infection. It's like, I'm not dealing with that Rottweiler for 7 straight games.
Wait a minute.
He's not going to be nowhere near that boy, man.
Well,
he ain't gonna have a choice.
and that's my point. Here's the difference, though, Ron. The difference is that when I'm playing with Rudy and I'm playing with Jaden McDaniels, I'm playing with Anthony Edwards, I'm playing with these guys, Nas Reed. Yo, in the words of
wall.
It's a huge wall, yo. It's a huge wall. Mr. Bobby Bird said it himself. Man, stick out his chest, and the man walk taller when he's walking with James Brown. So when I'm walking with these dudes, I'm a lot tougher than I would be if I ain't had these dudes. So to run up against Giannis, don't get me wrong, and you're not asking Cat to shut Giannis down. You're not asking him to do that.
You still got to dope with him.
I was about to say
Cat's going to Brook Lopez.
Ain't nobody afraid of Rudy, bro. Let's be real.
Add all of that up to the fact, Ron, that we're in the NBA Finals. Imagine me getting to the NBA Finals and being afraid of a dude. We hit him.
It happens. But
how you gonna get to the NBA Finals and be scared of somebody?
I've seen championship boxing matches where cats is running around the ring, not trying to get hit.
I seen Pau Gasol get scared of Kevin Garnett.
No, he wasn't scared. He just wasn't prepared for that.
Chill. Same dynamic.
Ron, this is the thing.
But he's scared too, though. Not prepared and scared.
It's gonna be Cat guarding Brook Lopez. Jaden got to slow the ball down in open court. Giannis got Rudy got to meet him in the box. Right. I'm not I don't know the scheme. I'm just making shit up off the top of my head. I have no idea what the scheme would be. But what I'm saying is, I think they got the bodies. I think they got the ability on the defense to slow Milwaukee down. I don't got the Timberwolves winning it all. But if by some way they make it to the finals, they can run Milwaukee. I believe so.
I'm not gonna lie though. I would like that series. I think it'd be a good hard-fought series. The same way that who was that last year? The Nuggets said that the Timberwolves were their hardest matchup. I think it'd be something. I mean, I think Boston would probably be Milwaukee's hardest matchup, but the Timberwolves would be something similar to that. I'm not gonna lie though. They do match up favorably well against the Bucks. Only thing about it is, like I was saying, like Karl Anthony Towns really don't want that. That's the only point that I was making. And to go even further with the Wolves, I do got to give them credit, and specifically I got to give Karl Anthony Towns credit because I think he was the piece that was obviously he was injured last year, so that was a thing. But I think he's the piece that makes this whole thing go or makes it work. Ant's the piece that makes him go. Cat is the piece that makes it work. If Cat's not balling in some way, shape, or form, it's kind of like y'all not gonna be able to get it done. But if Cat starts balling and he's playing a little bit of defense, he's on the glass.
Cat to ball though. That's the thing.
I mean, he's supposed to though. This is the easiest. No, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is the easiest Cat has ever had it.
Yes,
I'm playing next to a potential superstar in the making.
He had it easy with Jimmy Butler and them, and guess what?
It wasn't as easy as now, though, Dub. This is what I'm saying.
Nah, bro, I'm not hearing that, bro.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. You have.
I don't want to.
You have one of the best young guards in the league, who is making his name known right now. Like, I'm him. Right. I don't think nobody will object to that. Right. You also got Chitchat. What you about to? We were talking before the show. You said Rudy Gobert's about to be a 7-time first team All Defensive Guy this year
in 8 years.
7 times in 8 years. So you got one of the best defensive players in the league. 2 of them next.
Speaking of Rudy Gobert, Ron, let's just put it out there. We wish he would have never cried about that All-Star game or whatever it was, because that's got a big soft tag put on him. Everybody lost a lot of respect for him because of that crying incident. But he is one of the best defenders of the past decade, bro. It's not really even a competition or conversation. I mean, I'm sorry.
I don't think the players feared him like that, though.
You don't gotta fear him. I don't care if you fear him or not. What does that got to do with his ability on the defensive end?
How do you think Michael Jordan went 6-0? How do you think Michael Jordan went 6-0?
Keep going,
they feared him. What you mean? No, they feared him, bro.
You think Barkley was scared of Jordan? You think Drex was scared of Jordan? No, he wasn't.
Yes.
No, he wasn't.
Why do you think
Malone was scared of Jordan?
Why do you think Shaq three-peated? They were afraid of that man.
Tim Duncan was scared.
Being afraid or not afraid of people like Shaquille O'Neal will do nothing for you. I don't care if I'm afraid of you or not. There's nothing I can do with you on that block. I don't care if I'm afraid of Rudy Gobert or not. Every time I try to drop step, pump fake, and throw something up, he's smacking that shit to the 5th row. Whether I'm afraid or not.
No, but they meet him at the rim. And they test him all the time. You don't test people that you're afraid.
And he meets him at the rim too. And he meets them right there, arms up.
Nah, especially in the postseason. We've seen Rudy in the postseason get cooked. What are we talking about?
Okay, Dub, I thought you was being serious.
We've seen him in the postseason get cooked when, Dub.
When Quinn Snyder,
and that's what you're holding on to.
When Quinn Snyder didn't have an answer for Ty Lue putting Terrence Mann in the corner. Quinn Snyder did not have an answer or a scheme for that, and now we're gonna act like Rudy Gobert gets cooked in the playoffs.
Which, by the way, Terrence Mann, that was his only. I think that's his only 35-point game in the playoffs.
That's on Quinn Snyder.
He's never done that.
Even when they went up against Dallas, they were testing him the whole time. That's what they're doing.
No, they played 5 out. They played 5 out. That's what they did.
And going at Rudy.
That's not testing him. That's shooting at the long ball line. We're not going to be at the rim.
That's what's going to happen. If you're going up against the Celtics, what do you think is going to happen?
Okay, Dub. Here's what
how many times have we heard older players and just people in general talking about these players aren't afraid of LeBron. They don't fear LeBron. What does that? How does that save them when LeBron comes to town?
Rudy ain't LeBron.
But does that save him when LeBron comes to town? You brought up Michael Jordan. You brought up Michael Jordan, so we can bring up you opened up that door. You brought up Michael Jordan, so I'm gonna bring up LeBron.
No. You can't bring up LeBron. No,
you bring up one, you got to bring up the other.
Let's be real. The people did fear LeBron. They were just capping.
No, I disagree with all of that from top to bottom. Nobody feared Jordan. They was all. Did you see how Gary Payton was picking up Jordan full court? What's his name for the Knicks? When they was about to fight Chill, they went hit forehead to forehead. The cats didn't fear Jordan. Like, they knew Jordan was dope, but they didn't fear him. Also, cats didn't fear Kobe. It was cats out here fighting Kobe, going at Kobe. Same thing with Shaq too. What the bad boy Pistons do to him? Tim Duncan didn't fear Shaq. Tim Duncan was like, Shaq, I wish you would bring this down to San Antonio.
You can fight people that you're afraid of.
I'm not gonna lie. Just a second ago, Dub, you said you don't test people you're afraid of. Now you're saying you fight people you're afraid of.
That's not what I said.
Kawhi Leonard wasn't scared of LeBron James. Steph Curry wasn't scared of LeBron James.
No, what you mean? I never said that.
You got to stand on something, bro. You can't just keep trying to be contrarian.
I'm not being a contrarian. I'm being honest.
You got 10 toes. Put them on the ground and stand on something, Dub.
If you acting like just because you're afraid of something that you can't stand up to something. What are we talking about?
You just said that if you're afraid of somebody,
Dirk Nowitzki wasn't scared of LeBron James.
You said that with your own mouth, Dub. I'm not putting words in your mouth. You said You said that
I said they're not afraid
of somebody you don't attack.
No, I said
you don't
they
test
not.
them.
Oh my God! I said that they're not afraid of Rudy. That matters, especially in the postseason. They're gonna keep attacking his ass.
Go ahead, Damo.
This was sick out of you, Dub. I can't believe it, bro. You better
listen. I'm sick. I'm sick of all y'all to act like there's not a middle ground here. Yes, everyone wasn't afraid of Mike and Kobe and Bron, but to act like nobody had they ain't put fear in nobody is crazy. We can hear the stories. We can hear the stories of the DeMar DeRozan talking about, yo, I showed up in some Jordans and pissed Kobe off. I ain't never wear a pair of Jordans against Kobe again. I only wear Kobe's. We can hear the stories of people going at Jordan and Jordan giving that look in the OG's check. Hey, relax, young fella. You relax, young fella. KG told that story. Relax, young fella. Don't get him going. That sounds like a form of fear to me. I don't know. So to act like nobody is afraid is crazy. But on the contrary, to act like everybody was afraid, like, nah, there was some dogs that was like, I don't care about the mystique, the aura, or anything like that. I'm going at you for real.
Isaiah Thomas was not afraid of Michael Jordan. Not even a little bit. No, he
Rex
was
Chapman was not afraid of Michael Jordan.
Damo, do you think people are afraid of Rudy Gobert?
I promise you, nobody's afraid of Rudy Gobert.
Hold on. This is Dub. This is your logic. Your logic was that the Dallas Mavericks was going at him. Now, Damo, what is Rudy Gobert's forte as a defender? What is his strong points as a defender?
The same as Bismack Biyombo's.
Which is what?
Rim protection, blocking shots, a rim protector, a guy that's going to change shots. Basically a defensive anchor, essentially.
Right. In the paint, in the paint, in that area. Mm-hmm. So what are we going to do? We're going to go away from that, because what I can't do, because you're an MMA guy, I'm not going to stand in the middle of the ring. If you a puncher, I'm not going to stand in the middle of the ring and throw punches with you, because I know I'm going to get my jaw broken or my nose broken. I got to do something different, because I can't do that. So what do they do with Rudy? They drag Rudy away from where he's the strongest, because we can't just go in there and continuously test him. We can't just go in there and continuously go at him, because number one, he's going to block our shot, and that's going to give them a psychological edge that we didn't have in the past, right? So when they do that, when they take him away from the basket, that's a form of fear. We can't go in there. We got to take you away from where you are.
Yeah, Damo, I see now you really just dislike Rudy Gobert. I understand. I understand you saying. I understand what you're saying. Like to say that they do. No, but look. You saying that they have the same attributes on defense is fine, but to pretend like they do it at the same level is just disingenuous as it can get, bro. That's ridiculous. Yes, and I love Biz. I actually like Bismack Biyombo. I'm really a big fan of Bismack Biyombo.
Just so you know,
I'm just saying, a guy like Bismack never got the opportunity that Rudy Gobert had, and now with the short, he has never got the same opportunity Rudy Gobert got. Man, he's never had.
Lottery pick.
You know the thing about competitive sports, though.
Go look at his career. He has never got the same opportunity. He's never got the luxury to start as many games. He's never got the luxury to get 30 minutes a night.
Damo, there's in competitive sports and professional sports. If you're better, if you're better, you get more opportunities. You know
at that time, when he came in the league, hey, listen, there was a bad taste in the mouth for people that thought he was like, hey, after they seen the beat, they did not trust no African center for Embiid changed the game. Embiid broke the narrative.
Embiid catching strays is crazy.
I would have thought that Elijah Wan might have, carried that over. The fact that, I would have thought Elijah Wan might have had something to do with it.
The Kimbe, maybe?
Yeah, I was thinking that these guys might have had something to do with, if you African, we could trust that.
Maybe even a new ball.
The problem with him not getting a lot of minutes, and the problem with him not getting a lot of minutes, the problem with him not starting, could it possibly be Damo that he couldn't play? How about that one?
Because maybe
you're playing right now.
Maybe your opportunity.
Damn sure looks really good.
Maybe your opportunities match your skill set, bro. Could be that.
They don't fear Rudy, bro.
They don't have to.
Like, let's be honest.
I knew Rudy was cooked when a 16-year-old Wemby wasn't afraid of him. I seen that video a couple years ago. I was like, yeah,
nobody's afraid of him, bro.
I mean, but come on. It was
16-year-old.
Look, if we go to
this is how I know. This is something where you just have to play basketball to understand, man. You feel me? When you got a guy over here that you threatened by, that you intimidated by, it changes things, bro. Nobody intimidated by Rudy, man.
Yeah, but the thing about that is that So that was a 16-year-old version of Vic. Well, this version of Vic hasn't won since Halloween. So,
and on top of that,
and no one's talking about that too. 15 losses straight, but hey, we ain't gonna mention how
he hasn't won since Halloween.
Crazy.
So not being afraid of Baguette Biyombo hasn't done much.
Let it be the Pistons.
Yeah.
I'm 100% confident the teams, when they play against the Minnesota Timberwolves, that is a part of their scheme. The fact
it 100% is, Chill.
How good they are in the paint. And we have to figure out how to get in the paint and around that, because otherwise we're not going to score. Now, when Rudy is off the floor, that makes our job much less difficult, because now we can get to the rim. Because a guy like Naz Reid protecting the rim, as opposed to Rudy protecting the rim, we're going to go in there a little bit more than we would if he was in there. So to say that a rim protector, a paint presence like Rudy, guys aren't afraid of that, that's just not true, dog.
Why they keep testing him then? You got all the NBA players say that too. What are we talking about?
How's that going for them, by the way, dog?
What? He's a good shot blocker. What happens in the postseason?
What do you mean? What do you mean he's a good shot blocker? I mean,
he's a good shot blocker.
If the season ended today, he'd be the defensive player of the year. That's not good, by the way, dog. And by the way, that would be 4 times in 7 years. He's the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, he won DPO. He won DPO so many years, and nobody still was afraid of him. So what does it mean? It means nothing. That's a decision made by people that don't play basketball, not by the people that do play basketball.
Ron's not afraid of you, Dub. And I bet if he mess with you wrong, you'll put him on them suplex armbar, full Nelson joints, right. But you know what I'm saying? I don't think Ron afraid of you, but if you play with you wrong, you'll put him in a full Nelson.
Yeah, Dub. I'm terrified, bro. Do not don't do that.
Nah, Ron's too big, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even do that. I'll probably trip him. I'll probably trip you, and you'll be like, "Damn, bro, how'd I get on the floor?" But I'm not gonna. I can't grab you up like that. Pause.
Dub, with that being said, though, it's a lot of people that you're not scared of, but they still going that what they do, their talents, their efforts, their skills are still going to overwhelm you. For instance, I got another defender that it doesn't look like people are scared of him, because I didn't see Kevin Porter Jr. put 50 on him. I've seen LaMelo Ball have him turning in circles. Just the other day, Tyrese Halliburton had him doing spin arounds. Drew Holiday. I don't think nobody's scared of Drew Holiday. When Drew's guarding you, it's like it's the same thing. Drew, if you guard me or if Dame's guarding me, I'm still gonna go at you. With that being said, Drew still has an amazing effect on the defensive end, and that's the same thing with Rudy Gobert. Like you're obviously when you
afraid of Drew. Let's be real. Let's be real. They're afraid of that man and what he can do, bro. Let's be real, Ron.
All right, so I'm running this poll. Who's more fearful on defense, Rudy Gobert or Drew Holiday? Because I've seen
Drew Holiday.
I'm telling you guys, I didn't see Drew Holiday get put in a blender 1,000,000 times, and you guys still come up here and say, "Oh, he's this on defense, he's that on defense," which I'm not denying that he is. I'm just saying defenders get cooked every day.
It happens. It happens
every single day, son.
That's part of the job.
Wait. How many defenders did Ben Simmons put 50 on?
He didn't put 50 on Rudy. He put 40 on him, but okay.
Nah, it might as well have been 60. I ain't gonna lie. How Ben Simmons played ball. It might as well.
If you've never gotten cooked, you're not a defender. If you're not getting cooked,
that's
not
like saying
all the time. But if you're not getting cooked,
right,
semi-regularly, then you're not.
They look at Rudy. They're like, "Come here, Rudy." You said,
right, like you just said, big guy. That's like saying, you ain't a rim protector if you ain't been dunked on.
Right.
I see mad people be like, "Oh, who's your man?" Rudy on you? Come here, bro. Send me a pic.
And I've seen, and like you just said, Ron, to your point, Ron, defender. I ain't never seen Drew Holiday get put like that. I never seen that before. A guy in his face. As good as Drew Holiday is as a defender, and I have regarded him as the best perimeter defender in the game, Jimmy Butler made it clear, you can't guard me.
Oh, I forgot about the Jimmy one.
Nobody else out here is going to save you.
Let's be real.
I'm going to destroy you.
Let's be real about Jimmy Butler. He was making nonsense. He was making nonsense.
I've seen in the playoffs. Jimmy Butler giving Drew Holiday 56. That was probably one of the most impressive things I've seen in the playoffs. I really couldn't believe my eyes.
You can't guard me.
Not happening.
And ain't nobody out here going to save you.
If we're going to talk about stuff we've never seen done to a defender, I've never seen somebody put an NBA player in a flying guillotine, how Draymond did Rudy. We're going to talk about it. Let's talk. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it all. Drew might have got cooked by Jimmy Butler. The bigger, stronger guy. The scheme wasn't there to help him. But he got cooked. I ain't never seen nobody get this choke.
Yeah, we talk about basketball, not MMA.
Hey, double. And to add on top of that, I've never seen somebody put his partner in a whole rear naked choke in the middle of an NBA game. Let's be real. Karl Anthony Towns. So
that's marshmallow soup. We know that.
So you got two soft people trying to defend the rim.
Damn.
I'm not here for it.
Okay, if that's your logic, Dub, if you're saying that nobody is scared of the Minnesota Timberwolves front court because we've seen them both get get dragged to the ground and putting chokeholds, all right, that makes sense. If you're saying because we've literally seen them both choke out on tap out on national television, all right, I get that. But if we're talking about hooping, come on, that's a little different.
I'm still pissed about that, dog. I want to black Draymond's eye for that, man. Oh, that pissed me off.
You mad at Draymond? I'm still mad at Cat Nate. I'm mad at Cat Nate. I'm not even mad at Draymond.
And I ain't with that. Yo, man, listen. Like, this is about basketball. Let's keep it about basketball. But yo, to jump on that dude like that, I wanted to black that dude. I swear I did.
Knowing that boy, mama watching.
Yeah, yo. Oh, that burnt me, man.
Hey, mama watching this, but why you putting your hands on me like that?
Oh man, that burnt me, yo.
Right quick though, I gotta ask, and Damo, I really want to ask you, between both of those, which one was more violent? Matter of fact, we know which one was more violent. Which one was more embarrassing? Ben Simmons choking out Karl Anthony Towns, or Draymond just obliterating?
Well, it wasn't Ben Simmons because Karl Anthony Towns was actually already in a fight with Joel Embiid, and he got jumped. So that's not, those two things ain't the same thing. He was actually already tangled up with Joel Embiid, and he got jumped from behind by Ben Simmons. So I think those two are different.
I will say, personally, for me, especially being an MMA guy, I can give a guy like Rudy way more respect than Cat. I watch Cat tap out. As Khabib would say, once you tap out, tapping out is quitting. When you tap out, you give up. And I watched that man. At least Rudy had the balls to say, I'm a blackout before I tap out. I'm gonna just throw my hands up. And hey, you can see I'm not tapping out. That was the real man in him. So I give him that. He definitely, the worst one was Cat being at the bottom of the pile, tapping for dear life. I think that's
what Damo, this the thing about that. Like Draymond don't get no points for that. Anybody that I'm 35 in the 45 pound range, if I come up behind you and grab you up, you don't get no points for that. Like, we playing basketball right now. You run up and jump on my neck. You don't get no points for that. Those was no fair ones. You don't get no points for that. We're playing basketball. So I'm not impressed by Draymond Green doing that to him. Like Rudy loses no points for having that done to him. There was nothing soft about that.
I would be 100%.
He was dead. If that would happen to me, he thought he was dead. He's seen the light.
I just think.
Hey, Ox, I would be with you if the replay didn't come out with the angle of Rudy essentially grabbing Clay's throat. If Rudy didn't grab Clay's throat, his throat would have been off limits. Pause. That's crazy.
It wasn't egregious like that, though. It wasn't egregious. There was no malice or cruel intent with what Rudy was trying to do. He was just trying to break.
I don't know what Rudy was trying to do because Draymond was on that man's back before he could do anything.
If you being a defense attorney, Damo, then of course you don't know what he was doing. But realistically, Damo, he wasn't trying to hurt Clay. But you can't prove that. You on your defense attorney. Whoa, your defense attorney right now. But for real, he wasn't trying to hurt Clay. He was trying to grab him. That was trying to stop it. Draymond came up from behind him. So be that as it may, Damo, even if there was some malice or whatever, Draymond still don't get no points as far as being, and Rudy don't lose no points for being soft. I will say anybody that close in weight, 30. Like I said, Damo, I know you know more about MMA, so I'm thinking maybe 30. What y'all think? The 30. If I'm 30, 40 pounds and you're around, if I come up behind you like that, you're pretty much cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Listen, in the defense of my client, I will say this: we're talking about basketball here, and these are not federal, national regulated rules. These are the rules of the NBA and basketball rules. And all of you know, in the rule of basketball, when there is a skirmish, a kerfuffle, a brouhaha approaching on the court, there's only one rule: grab your guy, not my guy. Right. And your client broke that rule. Once that rule was broken, all bets are off. My client had the right to tombstone power driver your client, if I'm being honest, because he broke one of the main core rules of basketball. Don't touch my teammate, touch your teammate. And he had the opportunity to grab his teammate.
You're right.
I'm sure if Draymond could go back and redo it, he would tombstone power drive Rudy Gobert. It just happened so fast. It was just his natural instinct to just glitch to his neck.
Hey, Chilltown, if Draymond already knew he was going to get a 5-game suspension, do you think he just would have went a little further? He like, fuck, I'm going for 5 years. I might as well.
Big Ox, you run up in this bank, right? You run up in this bank, and you're gonna get 5 years for running up in this bank for stealing money. Are you only gonna take 10 stacks? You know you're getting 5 years.
Nah.
I'm taking 100. I'm taking as much as I possibly can because I already know what the penalty is. So yes.
Oh, shit.
Listen.
Draymond hurt that boy.
All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and get in the super chats before I get to talking about bank talk that I don't got no business talking about. Toxic Key said, "Get rid of the lottery."
What does that mean?
Probably not.
Actually,
why would you get rid of the lottery? That's crazy.
Right. And they also talking about having a like what the NFL has, like a day 2 of the draft. So it's not just
I really don't like that.
Talking about because I thought y'all was talking about like the Powerball because right now.
No, they ain't doing that. No,
it's at about 93.
Well, Ron, what they're doing is they add. I think they're going to add another round or two to the draft, which will extend the draft, and they'll have an extra day or so. So that's
so you'll have the actual draft, and then you'll have a G League draft.
No, you'll have a just so you know, Ron. I mean, every player that's awesome in the NBA wasn't a first round pick. Just so you know, not every player.
I dig second round picks, but it's
or third round picks or fourth round picks. It was plenty of plenty of good players that got drafted late in rounds, Ron. So
yeah, chill. The third and fourth round, it's gonna be tough for them. It's just not enough teams to keep it a buck. Like it's already players in the G League that deserve roster spots or are good enough. So it's gonna be hard for a third round pick if you're. And it's going to be guys that are good, but they're just not going to get the opportunities they deserve if they are that good. Just because you got to play your first round pick from this year that you drafted. Then you got to play your first round pick from the previous year you drafted. Then you still got to play your first round pick from 3 years ago. So it's like I can't justify drafting a third round pick this year and playing him over somebody who we drafted 2 years ago in the first round. So it's like they have a path straight to the G League.
It depends on what the risk is, Ron. I mean, if you got a guy that you found a gem in the third round and you bring him into camp, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to bring him into camp, and you find out that the guy you picked 2 years ago in the first round, this guy is actually better than him. But you have a situation because this guy is under contract, that first round pick. You have yourself a situation. You're probably going to have to stash him in the G League anyway. And you stash him in the G League for a little while and then bring him up. Because you recognize that this guy that you got out the first round, I don't know, you got him number 14 or you got him number 22. This guy you got in the third round is better than him, and he's cheaper. And if you can get off that money, we could get him in here immediately.
I mean, it could happen, you know, and it's a lot of dudes that go undrafted that are tough. It's a lot of dudes that go in the second round. It's just it's from my thing is it's just not equal opportunity in the NBA. And it's always going to be precedence to the guys that are drafted in the first round. Then you got the guys in the second round later. But I mean, dudes can still ball, but it's even then though. Like, can anybody name me any impactful second round players as of right now?
Any impactful second round players?
That we know of. Oh, what's his name for Detroit?
How about Joker?
No, I'm talking about like what? Yes, that's years later, but I'm talking about like as of really from like the last 2-3 years. Chat, can you guys help? Is there any second round players right now that are? And I'm not saying that there isn't any. I'm just. Can you bring them to light?
Yeah. How about we find out some guys that got picked in the second round over the last couple of years that have actually helped the unit right from the beginning, right? Because I mean, how about Herb Jones?
What was he? He was 30, 31.
He was a second round pick. Yeah, how about him? Yeah, Herb Jones. Yep, Herb Jones.
Let's not go to the drafts and actually look at the second rounds because I ain't gonna lie to you, Ron. You'll be surprised how many of these guys are second round picks. Let's go to last year's draft. Let's see if there's anybody, not 2023, but let's go to 2022. See if there's anybody in the second round they got opportunity. Andrew Numbard on the Pacers is the first name I see.
Hey, Andrew go crazy too.
Max Christie on the Lakers. Jaden Hardy on the Mavericks.
Yeah. How about Isaiah Joe in Oklahoma City? Yeah. How about Trey Jones?
Let me see. And that's just in that. Oh wait, let me see. I didn't know who that was. Yeah, that was just in that ones. If I go to 2021, let me see. In 2021, there, especially in recent years, there's definitely been. I'm not gonna say an influx of second round picks, but it's guys in the second round that actually get some. Yeah, Herb Jones, 2021. Ayo DeSuma. Ayo DeSuma. Isaiah Livers in Detroit. He gets playing time.
Jaden Hardy.
Nick Claxton was a second round pick.
Jericho Sims out in New York. Whenever he does get playing time, I'll mess with Jericho Sims.
Jericho cool. These is all solid dudes too.
2020, you got Theo Madeline. He's getting playing time down in Charlotte, but that is Charlotte. So I mean, granted, saying Trey Jones, Chilltown already said it. Nick Richards down in Charlotte. I mean, he's actually a serviceable backup bit.
Aaron Holiday get drafted because he been getting.
Where who?
He was getting a little time. Aaron Holiday. Drew's little brother. When did he get drafted?
I thought he was late first round. In his draft. Paul Reed out in Philly. He just signed an extension. Signed that contract this season. Isaiah Joe in Oklahoma City. All these are in the 2020 draft.
Cody Martin, Daniel Gafford.
Yep.
And like you just said, Ron, and these are people like THT when he was with the Lakers. He was a second round pick. Right,
Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton,
like I said, Nick Claxton was a second round pick. Right, Jalen Brunson is a second round pick. I could keep going. Bruce Brown was a second round pick.
Brunson was a second round pick.
Yes, sir. He was a second round pick, and this is the college player of the year.
Steal. That is a steal.
Jalen Brunson was a second round pick too, right?
Yes, sir. He was a second round pick.
Look at that.
Hey, with that being said, I'm rooting for these third round picks. My point mainly was that it's going to be tough.
Gary Trent Jr. There's a lot of people. I'm not going to lie.
D'Anthony Melton. So, hell yeah, I looked it up. You damn right, I looked it up because I don't know everything. Yes, sir, I looked it up. Yes, sir, I looked it up.
You have to look all this.
Wait.
Yeah, unless you just got that on hand.
Since when is going to notes and looking things up a problem? And Damo, during the debate, can you tell me again what's encouraged?
Research, notes, and facts.
I don't understand why that's a problem when you have notes or you looking up stuff. So what? I looked it up. Yes. Hell yeah, I looked it up because I didn't know. I wasn't sure.
Because for whatever reason, we're glorifying freestyle culture in formal debates. The most backwards thing I've ever seen in my life. I've never. Me too. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep. Me too. Just like just in the words of my man Tretch from Naughty by Nature, some of you dudes glorify, some of you dudes don't write your rhymes down, and it sound like it. Go write your rhymes down, B. It's okay that you write down your rhymes. That's all right. And
I'll say this though about adding an extra 2 or 3 rounds to the draft. I feel like personally they should only do that if teams are going to take their G League affiliates serious. If you're not going to take your G League affiliate serious, there's no point. Honestly, there's no point to adding extra rounds to get players the teams aren't even going to properly develop or anything like that. Right. So unless they're going to add more roster spots, which personally I feel like there should be, and I've got called crazy for this, but I thought they should add probably 5 more roster spots to a team of guys that can dress out, just because I felt like that would help with the load management thing. Because now you can get more young players, get guys developed, have some more people to have eyes on, but basically try to use your roster and use the G League how baseball does it, because I feel like they are best when it comes to developmental systems and managing their minor leagues. So unless they're going to do that, there's no reason to add more rounds to the draft.
I don't understand why they don't use the G League affiliates more. That's what they're there for. That's why you stashed your guy in the G League. That's why you have a guy that's a second round pick or a first round pick like Cam Whitmore. That's why you have him down there, so he can develop, so he could get reps. So why don't you use these guys more? Everybody looks at the G. There's a lot of people that I've come in contact with that look at the G League like it's a demotion. They do the same thing. The same thing that they do in baseball, they should do it in basketball. Like when guys are on the 15-day disabled list, he goes to AAA. The guy, whoever it is, he'll go to AAA and get his swing back. And he'll stay down there for 10 days to get it together. And then once he comes back, but guys go to the G League and it's like, oh, you're demoted. No, I don't understand why these guys don't use. I don't understand why they don't use the G League more.
All right, y'all. Money Man said Sabonis don't play defense though, Ox.
We've already established that. He actually does. He's just not as good at it as other people. So
Alan,
I'll stop watching basketball for parlays.
Alan R said, "Yo, SB, you want Luka meet for no reason." Drink more water said, in-season tournament winners should have an automatic tiebreaker, whether it's for playoff seeding or lottery odds, depending on if you're a playoff team or not.
Give him a rope that want to be a cowboy. I just don't be happy with what's going on.
Chris Martin said, "Love y'all." L Dub for dipping out on open gym.
Yeah,
I don't mind the dub. Sometimes the nonsense gets to be a bit much, and before you say something out of bounds, you know what? I'm gonna step off.
Oh yeah.
Before I step out, before I say something wild or before I say something disrespectful, I'll just leave. I'm good.
Yeah, too much trolling.
Sometimes you guys are trolling goes too far, chat. You know, chat, it actually can be an overhaul.
Yeah, it's corny.
John Lyons said, "I believe the best way to fix the All-Star game is to bring it back to East versus West, and whoever wins has home court advantage in the finals, just like how baseball does it for its World Series."
They did do that in baseball, and they are bringing back the East-West. They're getting rid of the guys picking the team. They bring it back the East-West. I think that's good.
Football CF Candy said, "Is Kobe White a most improved candidate, moving like Murray?"
Is he? Is he a most improved candidate? What are they doing?
I have not been paying attention to Kobe White. I'm not even gonna act like I have. Dang, SB would be going.
Look at this chat. Look at this chat. This dude calls me emotional, and he's still on that, yo. This dude calls me emotional, and he's still on that. Yo, my man, would you grow up already? Give me a break, yo. You was just in here celebrating the fact that you about to be a father. Come on, fam. Get it together. Get it together, fam. That's what you still doing. My man, when you become a father, you are responsible for other people. And because you're responsible for other people, you have to start moving a different way. And you in here talking about something that happened a long time ago, which you started, by the way. By the way, let's make sure we clear on that. You started it. But now you're about to become a father, B, which means you got to start moving a different way. You got to start talking to people a different way. You got to start acting a different way. And you still in here on something that happened months ago that you started. Come on, man. Get it together, yo. Get it together. Get it together.
Grow up. All right? Grow up. Cheese gifted 10 memberships, Players Choice memberships. Appreciate you, Cheese. Hey, Cheese really been coming through and blessing the chat. He really been coming through and blessing y'all.
Thanks,
y'all
Cheese.
show love to Cheese in the chat, man. Give Cheese some shout outs because Cheese is really blessing y'all for real.
Yes, get it together. Get it together.
The Kobe White thing, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, going from 9.7 to 15.2, he's shooting 40% from the three now. Career high for him shooting three ball, and it's the highest volume of his career. I mean, I can see. I don't know who's all in contention for it. I guess he's a candidate. I can say he's a candidate based off that alone. I can say he's a candidate.
Well, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter whether or not your team is winning because because we've seen guys on bad teams win most improved. That I don't think that's the case. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want a team that's winning, it does help because I mean Tyrese Halliburton, he may very well be the most improved player this year. That may very well be it. But to his point, him being a candidate, yeah, I think we could talk about that. I mean, if his scoring average went up like that, yeah, also.
I got another super chat from a very familiar face. I don't know if it's real or not, but it's from a guy named Ticket TV. It says, "If you smell Grilltown, the great one is coming to dominate again. Day one from episode 1. Can't no jabroni take that away."
You know where to find me at. I ain't hard to find. Come get it.
Mm-hmm.
Come get it. Come get it.
Either way it goes, I'm pretty sure on what is that, December 23rd? Later this month, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that this is still on. I know we haven't heard from Ticket anytime soon, but as far as I know, he's still on the card for Deck the Halls.
Bro, he pulled up on me yesterday. He
Oh,
rolled up on me yesterday to make sure that I remember that it's gonna be a fight. Oh, he rolled up on me yesterday. Absolutely. Yes, sir. He rolled up on me yesterday.
Damo, we gonna see you December 23rd?
If people sign their contracts, yeah.
Damo, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a couple people that's backed out. We look, Damo. I've been trying to set up matchups for you, and it's been, I don't know. People might be ducking Damo. I might have to call certain dudes.
Nah, man, it's cool. Nah, it's cool, man. I'm not a big enough draw. I guess it's okay.
Really?
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, you're lying.
I'm not a big enough draw, man.
Really?
I get it. I get it.
You're pretty much lying now.
Yeah, give me a break.
Damn, that's crazy. All right, well, Damo, I don't know. Maybe we have to go to open gym and find, one of those. No, not the open gym or anything, but might have to just find somebody.
We'll get Jalen James in the building.
Oh, Jalen got bigger fish to fry on December 23rd if he's there. He has bigger fish to fry. Trust me.
Oh wow, interesting.
But we'll just have to see. We'll have to see. Purple Political Breakdown said, I've told Chillin' Low before the in-season tournament was going to have value, and I was right. This convo was dumb. Y'all have to let the tournament establish its own value and increase its legitimacy itself.
What do you mean?
I can't wait. I can't wait for people. I can't wait for our kids to be like, yo, who has an in-season tournament MVP?
It's gonna be a conversation, dub. Watch. In 20 years, right? Your nephew or your son is gonna be like, yo, Papa was better than this dude because he's got 2 in-season tournament MVPs. That's gonna happen. You're gonna have to have that conversation. Yes, sir. That is going to happen. 100% it is.
Hold on, what?
I know that sounds nuts.
Yeah, people. Yeah. I guarantee you. People will be doing this.
I'm gonna stay out of this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay out of this too. But Elias Erison, I appreciate you for sending this through. I'm gonna just say the first one. Toxic Key said the best power book is back on tonight.
No, it ain't. First of all,
is they talking about Raising Canaan?
Yes, that is not.
Oh my god!
Give me a break, yo. No, it is not. No, it is not. No, it's
Raising
not.
Cane? Y'all mess with Raising Canes? Raising Canes go crazy.
First of all,
the first time I had Raising Canes in Vegas, I was like, boy, we was on a basketball trip. I was like, boy, what?
I ain't saying that it ain't dope. It's a good show, but it ain't power. It's not. Let's be clear about that. No, it is not power.
Wait, and Raising Cane's is overrated. Just letting y'all know, Raising Cane's is overrated.
It is, but the first time I had it, boy.
Yo, tell me how I was listening. I was listening to I helped my friend run his business, and I was listening to 50 Cent, and then she came over by, some old white lady, and she's listening, and I'm like, get her stuff. I was like, oh, I have a good one. She's like, oh my god, I can't wait to watch Raising Canaan tonight. Bro, she's like 60, 70 years old. I'm like, no. I was like, you watching Raising Canaan? She's like, yeah, I love that show. I'm like, oh my god.
We do have a situation. I will say this though, Damon. We're gonna get right back to basketball. Yo, he wow for doing what he did, yo. Last hour? What? He wow for that.
Hey, with that being said, I haven't watched Raising Canaan, my bad. But I do want to ask you guys though, is it like, all right, it might not stack up to power, but just because it don't stack up to power, does it not make it a good show?
Yeah, the Power's just a goated show. Like
it don't even stack up the Force. Stop it.
So Damo, if none of these existed and this was the first show that 50 Cent came out with years ago, would you be saying this is whack?
No.
All right.
I would. If this came out first and then they did it in order, so it did the Kanan backstory and then it went to Power and then Tariq messed up the show by killing his dad and then it went to Tariq and then Force, I would have a different tune. But I
would never Just so you know,
I
will never forgive him for that.
Oh, never. I can't stand
would
seeing
never-
his face as an actual person. Every time I see him in a different show or movie or commercial or just
That's who you
TikTok, I'm like,
You the dude who killed your father. I hate you.
guys, I can't stand him.
That's who you are. You the dude who killed your father, and I hate everything about you. And I want you to die. I don't want nothing good to happen to you. Nothing.
Facts. But no, I'm just not a fan of prequels for real. Like I'm not a. I don't get
a big dog. You understand what I'm saying? Chill town. Hey, dog. Everybody that's listening, don't y'all worry. Y'all been asking questions. As soon as I get home, Ron, you send me that link. I'll be home in about 10 minutes.
Uh-oh. Hey, uh-oh.
Oh, tickets coming. Oh. Hold on. Let me go get my bag. Anyway.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
All right, so
have y'all seen Power Book 2? Like, I didn't watch that at all.
Which one? Which
The
one?
one with
you're talking about with Tommy?
With Tyreek.
That's
I started to watch it
with
when
Mary
he went
J.
to college or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
I started to watch it.
I don't think it wasn't that good.
I didn't really enjoy it, but I stopped enjoying Power. Like Force was something I was surprised I got into. I just ain't been into much of the Powers stuff since they killed Ghost. Ghost was a real dude, bro. I mess with Ghost too much for him to get killed off the way he did.
I'm pissed. I was pissed about that, yo. I was,
Facts.
man. I was hot up behind. Not only was I mad that they killed them big ops, the fact that who did it made it even worse. It's bad enough y'all killed him, but this dude, your own son, who he did everything he could to make sure that you were straight and you ain't had to grow up like him.
Mm-hmm.
You got a penthouse in Manhattan. You go to the best schools, but this dude want to be in the streets. Oh man, I was like, I'm good. I'm good on him.
You see it happening though.
You remember OPC vibes when we used to do drafts with shows and movies and best restaurants and cars and all of that good stuff. We about to start getting back in that bag come 2024. So y'all just watch out. We got a whole different bag that we haven't even purchased it yet. We haven't even it's still on the way from the from the UPS man. He ain't even delivered it yet. So y'all just wait. With that being said, though, ASAP Henny said, is the talk about Curry not being clutch just narrative, or do you guys agree? Stats is he is 0-16, 0-16 on game winners, and it feels like he's not good in the clutch.
This season,
that can't be a real stat.
No, that's a real stat.
That's a real stat.
Stephen Curry has never been a guy to be like, oh yeah, he's gonna hit this game winner for you and win the game and win the series. Nah. Now he probably has clutch moments for sure. I think anybody who's played in the league for a while definitely has moments of being clutch. But in the totality of like who Steph is, I've never looked at him as a guy I fear in the clutch.
Dub, what's considered clutch? Like what part of the game is it? The last 2 minutes
like
the game is within a certain.
There's like the last 2 minutes, the momentum changes that you're.
No, I'm asking like, is there a real? Because in order for it to have a stat, there has to be a real definition of what clutch time is.
So the stat right there, I think
it's the last 5 minutes, big ox of a game.
5,
and it has to be within a certain amount of points, though.
Yeah, it has to be with a certain amount of points. Me personally, the way I look at it is the thing with Steph. While I have paid attention to him, and I've talked about this before, when the team starts rolling and when the team starts getting up by 5 or up by 7 in the late fourth quarters, he going to start hitting that hoe. He going to always hit that for no reason. But when it's those games where down to the wire, down by 2, down by 3, within striking distance, bro, more times than not, Clay is that guy who's hitting those shots for him, not Steph. So, me personally, I've always looked at Clay more of the clutch player than Stephen Curry. And Steph was just a guy that was just a front runner majority of the time. But Steph has never been a guy like me when he taking the last shot of the game. I'm scared. I'm not scared when he shoots. I'm actually happy that he shoots.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. That stat is cap. That is a cap stat.
So it's not true.
It's not true at all. All it takes is for you to go on YouTube and type in Steph Curry game winner, and that's not true. He's had game winners, and it's very nitpicky.
That stat is probably in the postseason.
It better be in the postseason. It has to be in the postseason.
And is that throughout the course of his career?
Hold on, real quick, before, because I hate this. I hate when Shaq gets to doing this. So because I know how StreamYard works, let me go ahead and help y'all real quick. Look at this. Just again, this has to be in the playoffs because look right here. You can type in Steph Curry game winner on YouTube, and you can go and look.
He checked it. Steph for the win.
That's not that right there. So that's not open. That's not
That's
16. That was just this season, wasn't it? Wasn't that just this season that he did that?
Yeah, that's not the playoffs though.
That's not the play. That's what I said. That has to be the playoffs because people were asking. That has to be the playoffs because if it's not, then that's
that says of his career. That wasn't this year. I think they had the 75 on the court too, so that wasn't this year.
But regardless, he's still not 0-16 for game winners in general. That has to be a nitpick stat.
It's in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure it's in the playoffs.
It has to be. That's what I'm saying. It has to be in the playoffs. And I've heard that narrative before. It's a very nitpick narrative. Steph Curry might not have hit a game winner in the playoffs.
That's not nitpick. That's just a fact.
I mean, it's
nitpick. Can't hit game winners.
If you're trying to say he's not clutch, and then you nitpick, okay, in these specific games in his career, he didn't hit a game winner. Okay, cool. That is a fact, but it's a nitpick fact. You can't just say, "Oh, he's never hit a game winner." He's never hit a game winner in the playoffs.
How can you call somebody clutch when they've never hit a game winner in the postseason?
Because
they never had their team's never been put in a situation for them to have a game winner.
They got put 16 times, and he should miss all of them.
No, dog, because making shots is not. It's not just about being clutch when you make shots. There's other things that you do to be clutch.
But that didn't say game winners. That said clutch shots. So just because he didn't make a clutch shot doesn't mean his team didn't win those games that we're talking about. We got to remember that he might have missed a clutch shot, so he put it in that.
No, he didn't,
16.
No, he didn't.
But it's not. But that doesn't mean that he missed the game winner in particular. You know what I'm saying? That could have won.
No way. There's no way. If a man is 0 for 16, bro, how can you call him clutch? That's insane. That is insane, bro. I'm so serious. There's no way you haven't done it in your whole entirety of your career. You haven't done it one time? Are we serious?
Hit a game winner
how was Steph Curry? How was Steph Curry had 16 game winning chances in the playoffs? Has he even lost 16 playoff games?
Yes.
I'm sure he has.
Okay, yes. but he's won. So Steph Curry has lost enough playoff games. Well, okay, 6. But
because remember when he was losing.
But look, what I'm saying is he's lost this many playing games to where 16 of those losses he had. It was so close that he had an opportunity to win the game off a game winner.
Wait a minute. What about
that math? Just don't sound right to me.
Not only does it not sound right, like what do you Dub, what about
loss? That's what I want to know first.
Dub, what about I think it was the 19 and I did not look this up. I'm just thinking, what about the 19? Was it the 19 playoffs or the 18 playoffs where Kevin Durant didn't play and he went scoreless in the first half and they go into and they beat Houston when he scores 33 in the second half?
That was 2019, I believe.
Was that 2019? And he scores 33 in the second half without and that was a good game. So it wasn't. He didn't have. It didn't take a buzzer beater. But when we're talking about in the last 4, 5, 6 minutes of the game, it was still a ball game. They didn't blow Houston out, and he was huge in that game. So the idea that he was 0 for 16, I'd like to think that those last 5 minutes of that game, he was clutch in terms of making shots.
Yeah, like I said, I think he's had clutch moments, and I think that game for sure, he showed up clutch. I think there was a game against Toronto. I think he was performing well in the clutch too. But like I said, I find it very crazy and find it very absurd that a man he's had 141 postseason games, 141. So again, I'm pretty sure he's lost 48. So I'm pretty sure that's happened 16 times. The fact that you haven't hit one shot, and this is what take the name out of it
to win the game.
To win the game. Okay. You haven't done it one shot. Take Stephen Curry out of this. Let's say if this was anyone else, this was Russ, if this was DeMar DeRozan, if this was anybody else, we would be like, oh yeah, this dude ain't really clutch like that. But because it's Stephen Curry, we're gonna stay here and be like, oh nah, let's put some caveats to it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If it was Russ, if it was DeFrozen, if it was Rudy Gobert, I would be hating.
This was Damian Lillard.
But had this,
But
if it
that's
was Dame, I would be hating.
Point,
If it was Luka, I wouldn't be hating.
That's
Steph,
crazy.
I'm not hating. Hey, it's called bias. I have
well, because look at what y'all doing right now though. That's ridiculous for the fact that this man has won 2 more times the playoff games than he's lost. He's won twice as many playoff games as he's lost. And we're nitpicking about the game winners he didn't make in those 48 losses compared to his 80-something wins.
But nobody's saying he's not good.
When you're a winner with 4 rings, why are we dissecting these losses?
Because you've been on the team. You've been on the team because you've been on the team that did not call for those opportunities as much because the teams was always been so good. But the times when they did need you, I find it crazy absurd that you couldn't even deliver one time. Just one, bro.
He has twice as many playoff wins.
So what does that mean?
Yo, right quick. Chat. Steph Curry might not be able to deliver in the clutch. Now, I'm not saying I'm no all-time clutch performer, but when y'all need something, I come through. I'm not the best host all the time, but when y'all ask for something, I deliver. When y'all ask, I come through. All right.
Spell! What the rock? Chill town. Hey, you thought you got away from me, right? Big Ox, Little Ox Bob. Y'all thought y'all was gonna shut me up, right? I was just a little too dominant, huh, Dub? You know what I'm saying? I'm a little too dominant, man. You know what I'm saying, Dub? They say, hey, man, Ticket don't talk about basketball, but I'm hearing everybody talk about, rap, you know what I'm saying, R&B, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, I'm back, baby, and you better believe it. I'm the best damn thing going out here. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Chill town. December the 23rd, you mine, boy. You better believe that.
Ticket, I own you. So let's cut the nonsense. I've whooped your ass more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times, and December 23rd ain't gonna be no different. I'm gonna whoop your ass again. So give me a break.
You just pray I ain't too dominant. You just pray I'm not too dominant, Chill Town. I have to calm my dominance down because sometimes
last I checked, I've seen dominance get dominated. I've seen that before. So, and it's happened before to you in particular. Yes, it has. Yes, it has, and it's gonna happen again.
And chat, I see y'all doing all this talking and stuff like this. Y'all in there harassing my boy Henry and stuff like that. Hey, listen, man. One thing, we got 1 million guys against you. Y'all don't never criticize the 1 million guys that's against tickets. But y'all gang up on the one guy that's for ticket. I don't understand that. But Henry, that's okay. I got your back, dog. I got all your messages. I got y'all's back, and I'm here. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna give the people what they want. This is exactly what they want.
How many messages he sent you? He sent you hella messages?
He sent me more messages than he be writing to y'all.
That's what's up.
When you coming back, Ticket? When we gonna see you again, Ticket? When you coming back,
right,
Ticket?
Every single day, Chill Town. Every day, every night. He pop up on the street like, yo, what's up, man? What you gonna do, man? I'm holding it down, man. I'm like, man, all right, dog. Look, man, you already know. We've been here from day one. We built this up as a team, as a collective group, and I can't let the guys down. You know what I'm saying? If I made a mistake and used some profanity, I understand that this is their platform, so I gotta respect that part. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna stop being dominant. I'm not gonna stop believing what I say, and I'm not gonna stop saying what I believe.
And you're not gonna stop getting your ass kicked neither. That's what's not gonna stop me. You're not gonna stop getting your ass kicked because you better hope what happens again when I see you.
You better hope they keep trying to put me on probation like Drake
again. That's right. So.
Hey,
anyway, we were talking.
Nobody talking about Joel Embiid yet. Is it because it was against the Wizards?
You mean because it was a scrimmage yesterday? You was talking about.
I want to talk about Joel Embiid, Desmond Bane, and Paolo and Donovan Mitchell's nights last night. And I want to know if these were impressive to you guys or not. Actually, I'm gonna start with a guy we've been talking about for it. Right quick. Was this impressive? 16 points, 20 rebounds. Is that impressive?
Yes.
Yeah. In a win. Right? In a win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was.
That's what Rudy Gobert did last night.
Mm-hmm. That's what he did.
That's a scary stat.
On 8 shots too, Damo. He didn't shoot a lot of shots. He only took 8 shots.
You got somebody on offense that can shoot 8 shots and get you 16 points.
Yeah.
He only takes 8 shots. He averages 8 shots.
Mm-hmm. He only took 8 shots last night. 7 for 8.
I see value in that.
4 layups a half. Wow, so much value.
Yep.
That's value. He's only shooting 8 shots. Bro, that's crazy.
If you give Bismack Biyombo 8 shots.
Now we got Joel Embiid. Gotta talk about Joel Embiid.
Damo, you're going to hell for that too, by the way, Damo. You're going straight to hell for that Bismack Biyombo nonsense. You are.
Yeah, Damo nasty.
You're going straight to hell for that.
Joel Embiid had 50 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, did it on 65% shooting. How do we feel about Joel Embiid doing this? It was only one caveat. It was against the Washington Wizards.
That's an NBA team, right? That's an NBA team.
It is. And Rudy Gobert did it against the Spurs. So it don't make a difference.
I just know when he in the close race for MVP, I better not hear y'all bring up. Yeah, he dropped 50 on Washington Wizards early in the season. That should add to the case. Like
we only gonna talk about the 60 he puts on Chicago.
That's crazy.
Everybody talking about what Luka did yesterday against Utah. So nah, man. Hey,
I don't understand that either. Though, right?
Any night, I might not watch it. That's why I have such a difficult time, Ron, when I hear people telling us, you don't watch this team, you don't watch that team. I'm not going to lie to you. I watch a lot of basketball. I do not care about the Washington Wizards. I don't. I do not watch the Washington Wizards. I let Damo talk me into the Detroit Pistons reluctantly, and I do not watch the Detroit Pistons as much anymore. No, I do not. I still try to watch them, but not as much as I used to. No, I don't care about the Pistons as much as I care about Milwaukee or Boston or Phoenix.
I'm still sorry about that. I'm still sorry about that. And I just want to say, just to add this in there too, the last 2 times the Bismack Biyombo shot at least 8 shots, you know what he had? 14 and 15 points. Just saying.
All right, y'all. We have one more impressive performance.
Hold on, wait, Ron. Hey, Ticket, is this still a pool party?
No, it's not. No, it is not. Absolutely not. It's not a pool party.
Damn, they drained all the pools in Washington. It's sad. It's a sad scene right now. But we had one more major performance last night. Desmond Bane had 49 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. He did it on 61% shooting. It's only one caveat to this too. He did it against the Detroit Pistons. Are we giving him his flowers for doing this? I see everybody got off against the lower tier teams.
The Pistons are, I think they're a pretty good defense. So he could.
Where was the sword? Was he there?
Yeah, sword coming off the bench now.
Coming off the bench now because hey man, I told you he one loss away, and then he's on the list.
One loss? What else you need, Damo? What, 17 in a row, 18 in a row?
I told you if they get the 20 losses before they won one more game, I told you I've already had this caveat back when they was at like 16 losses.
He did say that.
If they get the 20 before they win one more, not only is Monty Williams a terrorist, and I'm going to pay Ron and walk back everything I said.
Yo, let me tell you this. This is a prime example of what I was talking about earlier. I go to the dispensary yesterday, right? The dude back there, he get to talking about, man, I'm fucking pissed. Because he knows, he be watching Players Choice sometimes. He's like, I'm fucking pissed. I'm like, wow, what's going on? He said, man, my parlay. I said, what happened? He said, I thought Detroit was gonna break their losing streak tonight. Like, what? Are you dumb? And now you mad at these basketball players because you decided to put your parlay on Detroit, and now you got a warped reality of what's going on in the basketball world. That's how it works. Y'all need to stop watching for your parlays.
I think the parlay. I think how people get mad on the parlays is funny as hell. One of the close friends, he actually DMs and messages NFL and NBA athletes to the point where they all know him. Actually, they're people that watches his stories, people that message him. He argues with them and everything. I'm not gonna lie. I think the parlay thing is hilarious. I understand why players get mad at other people being mad at them, though. I mean, it comes with the territory, bro. You're an NBA star. You're an NBA athlete. If you're not doing your job, man, I mean, it deserves criticism. So it is what it is for me. People mad at it. I don't think there's something wrong with that.
I also have one more stat line that I do want to point out. And the ones that I did were impressive. This was more so unimpressive, but it was surprising. Now, Nikola Jokic had 22 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists. From the outside looking in, you would say he played phenomenal. But he actually had one of the worst games that he's ever had in his career. He shot 9 for 32. Now, I'm not going to drag Jokic. I don't think nobody up here should because this is a blue moon. This is
Come on now.
absolutely a blue moon.
That's Daniel Tice, that's Zubac putting it on that boy. That's what that is. That's called defense. Shout out Daniel Tice. Shout out.
I didn't
Zubac.
watch this. I didn't watch
I'm
this game,
saying.
so I'm not going to comment on it.
It's not necessarily about watching the game, though, Dub. It's about him going 9 for 32.
That is insane.
The shots that he was getting was within the offense. The shots that it was just one of those nights where he just couldn't make a shot. His floater wasn't going in. His long ball, he was getting wide open looks. It just wasn't going in. The stuff he was getting around the bucket, he couldn't get putbacks. They still were working well with him offensively. He just couldn't make a shot. That's all it was. It had nothing to do with Dan. And don't get me wrong, Daniel Tice.
Oh man, don't be one of them, Chitchat.
I'm not.
You being one of them, Chitchat.
Nope.
Y'all pick and choose. Y'all pick and choose
Nope.
when y'all want to decide what was good defense and what was just missed shots.
And last,
the defender's staying with a hand up. If a defender's closing out, if a defender is moving his feet, if a defender is in the vicinity, hands up, playing good defense and misses a shot, then I want the defender to get credit for that too. Because it's only when players that y'all like. It's only when players that y'all jockstrap sniff that y'all do stuff like this.
Now, since you brought that up, Big Ox, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm watching Joker, and plenty of times he was wide open and he missed last night. Not just once or twice. It was plenty of times where open threes in the lane, floaters where he knocks that down on the regular, but he didn't. It wasn't like Daniel Tice was in his face on the regular last night because no, he was not. It was just one of them nights where he couldn't hit a shot.
Not you are 100% right. I can admit that I did see a couple times where he got missed a couple wide open threes, but those were few and far in between. That because he shot 32 shots. A lot of those threes weren't all the way wide open, but they were giving some of those to him. You know, guarding the pass, like shooting. Right. You know what I'm saying? They were giving those to him. That's a part of a defensive scheme to choose somebody on the other team where look, we'll let him shoot. You know what I'm saying? I think that they chose that option last night, and I think it worked out.
Ron, I just want you to know you're a scummy person, and this goes on to what I've said before about it's crazy. It's crazy how the Spurs can lose 15 games in a row. No one talks about it. When the Pistons do it, Ron wants to bring it up to rub the salt in the wound. It's ironic. We talk about Desmond Bane's 40-point game, but we don't talk about Paolo Banchero's 40-point game. That's crazy. Paolo drops 40. He drops 40 on the Cavs, losing effort. 42 on the Cavs, losing effort, but career high for him. We're not going to talk about him. But Desmond Bane drops 40 on the Pistons. We got to mention that performance. Okay. I get it.
I love Paolo. Paolo from my city. Paolo one of the best from Seattle. But he just chose to drop his career high on a bad night. Joel Embiid goes for 50 and 13. Desmond Bane goes for 49, which is I think we should be hyping that up like crazy right now. And then Luka Doncic decides to have a 28-point triple-double at halftime. He just like Paolo, you just chose the bad night to have a good night.
And then Joker.
It's plenty of time to also throw in his good night though. It's not like we stretched on time right now. We got plenty of time in the show.
I'm trying to smell what the Rockets cooking. I don't know if we have enough time.
I just wanted to sprinkle a little bit of light on them boys down in Orlando because they already don't get enough national TV games. They already don't get enough attention for real. So I got to give them praise when I can. And yes, Chad, we can say praising losing. My guy Paolo dropped a career high. I can mention that and be like, hey, good game from Paolo, and that's it.
But Damo, is you really praising losing because they ain't the Magic the number 2 seed right now, right? I could have sworn they top
number 2 seed, number 1 defense. But hey, they lost. We're not gonna get too much into it. I just wanted to shed light on the fact that Paolo was another guy who had a very good night. I thought this was just guys who had good nights. I didn't know this was a winner thing. My fault.
Right.
Because we're talking about Jokic's bad night. So obviously we're not just talking about good nights. We're talking about a guy's bad night. So we can talk about Paolo having a career high. Yeah.
My bad, Paolo. I took too long to get around to you. I ought to show you more love. I'll prioritize you a little more next time. My bad.
He did. He looked good last night too, Damo. I did watch that Cleveland game. He did. I actually sent you a clip of something during that game. But yeah, he did look good last night. So I dig Paolo. Yeah, I definitely dig Paolo. No doubt.
This is a perfect time right now to take a break from the show and go to playerschoicemerch.com, grab you something, do it real quick. I'm telling you, the checkout process is real fast. It's like getting around Ox on defense. You get to the rim real fast, get to the checkout, cash out, get right back to the show. real quick. I promise you, it's real quick. But
I'm gonna be up there in the morning, but I'm bringing my shoes like I always do. Don't have no excuses.
I rolled my ankle the other week, bro.
Yeah, thought so.
Hey, bro, you been seeing the NBA?
SB, that's how you know it's real.
Hey, I ain't doubting you. I seen Ron miss the open layup on the break. That's all wax.
Ron, you smoking open layups, Ron? Ron, are you smoking open layups?
Hey,
Hold on,
Ron was hooping. Ron was hooping. I give Ron was hooping and talking greasy, but that layup was crazy.
Ron, you tricking chippies, yo. Stop playing, Ron.
Hey, SB, Chitchat, y'all got 30 seconds real quick? Let me tell you about this layup Ron missed one.
Hey, so listen. Here's what gotta happen. Now, y'all, the time is limited, and like I said, the Rock gotta cook. He said he got. I think the Rock has a few different recipes that he gotta cook, and on top of that, we gotta find the winners of the in-season tournament. What's up, Ox? I don't know what happened. Technical difficulties is a motherfucker nowadays. But I need predictions for tonight's game. We got. I mean, y'all know what it is. It's the Final Four. We in Vegas. So hold on, right quick. Chill. Does Vegas change anything? Does the fact that it's in Vegas, does that change anything?
For young guys, it might. For young guys who never been there, it may change stuff for them. Teams like Indiana that got a lot of young guys, a lot of new guys, and not recognizing that, we here to work. Okay, I know that it's Vegas and there's a lot of other stuff going on, but at the end of the day, we here to work. We got a job to do while we out here. But the veteran teams like Milwaukee, the Lakers, we here to work. And this doesn't change anything for these dudes. Nothing.
I'm going to say, I know one team that don't worry about that's getting distracted is there you go in the chat already saying it. Them Pelicans, I think they cooked. They already talking about celebrating if they won, what they do. I'm like, yeah, y'all worry about the wrong type of celebration. Y'all worry at the wrong time.
Like just the fact that they got some of the younger guys and Zion's shown some of his ways. I hope they kind of who's the vet over there? CJ and Valanciunas. I hope they kind of implement some things from the jump. Like, this is what we doing. The assistant coaches. I hope they take it serious. Get on some militant timing, and what I'm saying. Let's work out. Let's get in and let's get out.
Mm-hmm.
So with no further ado, I'm gonna go around the room. I'm gonna ask you guys who's gonna win both games tonight. Who do you have advancing, and then who do you have winning the championship? Final Four. SB, I'm gonna start with you.
I got the Lakers, the Pelicans. Man, bro, the Bucks one was kind of close because the Knicks, how they kind of play. I didn't like that the Bucks gave a lot of points, but they still won by a lot. I'm gonna ride with the high hand. I'm gonna go with the Pacers. I got the Pacers beating the Bucks.
And then who you got winning the whole thing on Saturday?
If Lakers versus the Pacers, then I think the Lakers get the job done.
Okay.
Then that gonna be another thing to add to LeBron legacy. That gonna be another thing to add to LeBron legacy that Jordan don't got, and then it's gonna be a whole nother firestorm. So I'm with all the BS. I hope LeBron actually win, so he can start a whole rapid fire. I can't wait.
Okay. Damo, talk to me.
Go ahead, Damo. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go Lakers out the West, Pacers out East, and the Pacers are winning the whole thing. Tyrese is dropping 50 in Vegas.
Ooh.
Speaking of time, we got time. Chill. Talk to me.
It's crazy. SB mentioned he's gonna go with the high hand. Meanwhile, Milwaukee just scored 145 points on the number one defense in the league. So I don't see why that can't continue when he's playing against the worst defense in the league in the Pacers. So with that being said, I think that they handle the Pacers tonight. And the same logic, I think the Lakers beat the Pelicans tonight, but I think that's going to be a hard-fought game. Anthony Davis got his hands full tonight with Valanciunas, 100%. And Damo, I'm telling you right now, that hook is going to be short with Taurean Prince. I am not wasting a lot of time. I'm letting you know that right now. The minute I see the nonsense, get Prince off the floor. Get him off the floor.
For the record, I said hot hand, not hand. So I'm talking about one player. I was talking about one guy. Not the whole team.
If I'm coaching the Lakers, I'm not even starting Taurean Prince. So that's just me.
So for me, I got between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Pacers, honestly, I got Bruce Brown having a hell of a game. You know what I'm saying? Mixing it up, speeding it up, getting some really clutch steals down the stretch. Tyrese Halliburton doing his thing. Miles Turner having a big defensive game, and Buddy Hield knocking down some big threes. I think the lights are bright, and I think this Pacers team is built for it. Honestly, I think they're built for big games. I don't know how, like in the playoffs, what type of run they're gonna have, but I got them beating Milwaukee tonight. I do, and I got, like I said, I got Bruce Brown really mixing his game up and causing a lot of ruckus. As far as the Pelicans versus the Lakers go, if Vanderbilt can slow BI down, which I'm assuming that's who he'll be guarding, if he slows BI down, I don't see why the Lakers would how they would lose to the Pelicans. So I'm gonna go with the Lakers versus the Pacers, and then God damn, this is hard.
Say it. Say it.
It's harder than it looks, y'all. I need some emotion.
It hurt his soul to say it, OG. Just say it.
I got the Lakers beating the Pacers. LeBron James doing LeBron James type things, and it's going. I don't see that game being very close. But I got the Lakers winning the whole in-season tournament.
Hey, I want them to win so bad because then I can't wait till OG go live on TikTok. You know, they know he a LeBron guy, and everybody just be there. OG, LeBron got this in-season tournament. I'm not gonna join your live. You're just gonna see me laughing the whole time in the chat. I pray.
I'm really glad. I'm not entertaining this conversation. I'm not.
You're gonna have to.
I'm not.
You was
not right now. I'm
not.
Not right now. I'm not. I'm not entertaining this conversation. I will not. Nope.
I don't think so. The championship's on Sunday.
Saturday
night.
It's on Saturday. Oh, okay, cool. That's fine. I'll have a day off. I'll have a day off.
Hey, Saturday it's going to be a primetime in-season tournament championship game, and it's going to be a primetime celebration right there at Dre's nightclub, right at the end of the strip. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, right at that spot. Ticket. Who you got making it to the championship and winning tonight?
No ticket.
I don't think he is.
Nah, no ticket. We had him. He gone now. No ticket.
Dang, here today, gone tomorrow. Well, I guess for what it's worth, I'll just give my opinion. And we've talked about the Pacers. I love Tyrese Halliburton. I love what they're doing. They've overachieved thus far. And actually, they did beat the Bucks. Wasn't it? Didn't Tyrese hit a game winner? Or he hit a big shot in the clutch? Oh, yeah, he hit a big shot in the clutch. So they did beat him. But I don't got the Pacers winning tonight. I think tonight we will clearly see the difference in rosters, and we'll see.
Well, let's start the small talk, bro. First of all, I have the Pacers losing tonight. They're going home. Tyrese Halliburton, his little party is going to be over with. He can't get to the level of Giannis, and that's just the bottom line. He can't get to the level Giannis is going to be able to get to. Giannis can get to another level that Tyrese Halliburton can't yet get to. He's been playing well. The team has been doing all right. What you want? You want a cookie for it? You want a cracker? What you want? You want some mayonnaise and some mustard with that? No. Like I said, you got to show me more. Make the playoffs. Do something else. Don't make no little in-season tournament. Get to the Final Four and then sit up here on ESPN doing interviews talking about, yeah, man, I just want to stay in the spotlight. Well, you getting ready to get ushered out of the spotlight by the Greek freak, somebody that's at a higher level, a real superstar, not a glazed one like you. So anyways, let's get to the next game. The Los Angeles Lakers. Their run is over with tonight. AD will turn back into being terry cloth. That means he's very soft because his rip tonight is Zion Williamson. And Zion in the post, along with Valanciunas, is a major problem for Anthony Marshawn Davis. So the Lakers going home tonight too. So in the final, it's going to be the Bucks, and it's going to be who, the New Orleans Pelicans. And I don't know who's going to win that game, man. That's a toss-up to me. But yeah, both the Lakers and the Pacers going home tonight, man. It's over with.
Since when is Anthony Davis kryptonite been Zion? When did that happen?
No. Zion's the kryptonite to Anthony Davis.
That's what I'm talking about. Since when is Zion? Since when did that happen? Since when is his kryptonite?
Zion bodies him every time. He bodies him every time, and that's going to be a real problem for the Lakers tonight because he has to deal with Valanciunas and with Zion. That's a problem,
right?
Because now you got, even though you got Vandy out there, and Vandy has put on weight, he does look stronger. What's going to happen, Chilltown? What's going to happen is that in some moments, AD's going to have to get caught up on Zion, and Zion takes away AD's athleticism because he uses his body, gets into his lower extremity, and takes away his shot blocking ability with the strength, brute, and being able to attack his lower core. So, yeah, man, they getting up out of here, man. And then Brandon Ingram, he's going to be playing with an edge. You understand? They got a good all-around team. Herb Jones is going to be glued on LeBron James tonight. Not saying that he's going to stop LeBron, but he's going to give him a lot of fits. And I just got the Pelicans in this game, man. I think they're just a better team. You know what I'm saying? When Zion's there playing and Ingram's there playing, they're just one of the best teams in the West. I really don't have a lot of teams that I pick to beat them in the West if they're healthy.
Yeah, I'm with Ticket. I got the Pelicans winning tonight. I actually got the Pelicans winning the whole thing, but I got the Pelicans taking care of the Lakers tonight.
I like the Pelicans.
Anthony Davis, they go to him early and often tonight. I don't think that they take away from that to go at Valanciunas and to make Anthony Davis guard Zion Williamson. I mean, we're talking about arguably the best defensive player in the league. Now, you're going to talk about being rough with him. Anthony Davis, being a defender that he is, I'm having a difficult time with the dude just because Zion is a bowling ball. That doesn't mean that's not going to negate Anthony Davis still being able to protect the rim and still being able to make Zion Williamson make tough shots. He's not just going to get to the basket whenever he feels like it. He's not just going to get past Anthony Davis whenever he feels like it. Like Anthony Davis can't move his feet on the floor. Like he can't move his feet. No, he doesn't do it every time. No, he does not. Because if he did it every time, then he would be successful every time against him, and he's not.
No, he isn't. So hold on. So you're gonna sit up here and lie? See, this is why unnecessary. Because I call you out on your lies. I call all y'all out on y'all lies. You're going to sit up here and with a straight face and make it seem like Zion Williamson doesn't attack and destroy AD every time he plays him? Look up there head-to-head. Period. He gets at this dude every time.
You're doing the head-to-heads now. Okay. All right. So no problem. You want to do head-to-heads. So if we're talking about head-to-heads, I mean, I think Damian Lillard averaged more points head-to-head against Luka. He better than him? He destroys him every time? No, we can't do that. We got to watch the game. And we got to analyze the game. And a guy like Anthony Davis, who does move his feet, who is physical in the paint, who is physical at the rim. So a guy like Zion Williamson, who does try to play rough, Anthony Davis can handle that. You can't be a great defender and not be able to handle that sort of contact from a guy like Zion Williamson. And he's bigger than Zion Williamson. And
everybody says Chitchat he's 0 for 4. Y'all not looking at one thing. Y'all got to look at what happened with the Pelicans. I'm not talking about that. I said look at the head-to-head when he plays against AD. What does he do? Y'all got to think about this. The bottom line is their team hasn't been healthy most of the time. When they played the Lakers, they've been missing key guys. They got a full roster tonight pretty much. They got a full deck tonight.
I don't even got AD guarding Zion.
He going to have to guard Zion because they're going to get him in the switch. He helping at the rim with Zion. I mean, he want to guard Valanciunas from the guard. Yeah, do you think he want to guard Valanciunas? He should be guarding Valanciunas and helping to meet.
I think he will be guarding Valanciunas more. Yeah, I think he will be guarding Valanciunas.
Y'all didn't want him to play the center. You didn't want him to play the center, but now you wanted to play the center, right? Let me get it right. First, y'all crying to play the center. He need to play the 4. Now all of a sudden he needs to guard the center, right?
He's been playing the 5 for 3 years now.
That ain't up to me. That's up to the coach.
Y'all been crying saying he need to play the 4.
He played the the 4 when they won the NBA championship because I think
No, I'm saying y'all was crying saying he needs to play the 4. He don't need to be playing the 5, right? So now all of a sudden tonight y'all want him to guard a 7-foot center that's gonna board and that can post up and that's stronger than AD. So y'all want him on him instead of a dude who's more undersized like Zion, but Zion is stronger than AD as well. Either way you look at it, if AD guards Valanciunas, he's gonna get killed on the boards. Because if Valanciunas is going to box out, he does all the fundamentals in basketball. He's going to be a hard defensive assignment for AD, and it's going to be hard for AD to help out Valanciunas because Valanciunas has shown that he can do a couple things. He can't step
out. Why are we talking about AD like AD ain't an elite rebounder? Why are we doing that? AD is an elite rebounder, and AD is not just a rebounder who rebounds come to him. No, he sticks his nose in there. He gets physical with guys. I watch him pull down 18 rebounds. I watched him pull down 20 rebounds. He has done that, and he's done that against physical guys. So the idea that Valanciunas, who is a physical rebounder, the idea that that's going to thwart AD because AD isn't quote unquote soft, that's just not true.
Okay, you'll see tonight. And when I'm right again, I'll be here tomorrow to remind you about it like I am all the other times that I was here, Chilltown. You understand? And this is just to be a reminder of what's going to happen to you on December the 23rd. I'm not playing with you, dog. You thought you got rid of me for a few days. It'll put that little fake Draymond Green suspension on me. Stop playing with me, dog. Yeah, so y'all need to go ahead, make sure y'all get y'all little merch. They need to get some pom-poms in the merchandise store for Chilltown because y'all going to need all the help y'all can get for that boy. Y'all need to get him an ambulance, too.
Hey, Ticket. I asked earlier if Draymond would have knew he was going to get 5-game suspension, would he have went harder? Ticket, if you knew he was going to get a 5-day suspension, would you have went harder that day?
I think we lost him.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
when
right.
we lost. Yeah.
Hey, but Damo, you think Jackson Hayes gets more playing time tonight? Jackson Hayes and get some bigger bodies out there.
I would say at least Jackson Hayes or Christian Wood should start. And I mean, it depends on how things are going. Personally, I think it will be
The only thing I would have did.
Ticket, you going in and out, brother. We can't hear you. You going in and out. Hold on, Ticket. Maybe you can get to a different spot.
I think it would be smarter to probably put a guy like Christian, just put a big body on Zion and have AD there to meet him at the rim. That would be the smartest thing to do. But I'm definitely not against if you put Jackson Hayes in there to be the guy that meets him at the rim and just have AD on Zion to make it hard. Yes, Zion is a big body, but AD is one of the better defenders in NBA. I trust him to be on Zion, make it hard for him to get to the rim, and then still have a center to meet him. For no reason at all should we be playing a smaller lineup. We should have two bigs out there.
Mm-hmm.
That.
All right, fellas. We got super chats. Is there anything else that anybody wants to talk about between the two games tonight and just the in-season tournament right now as currently stands?
Can I just make one statement?
What's up? What's up?
Fuck the Lakers.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Can I make one statement? Shout out my Yankees for getting Juan Soto. Yeah, I thought I was talking about basketball.
Woo!
Stop it. Shout out my Yankees for getting Juan Soto, man. Come on.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
SB, what?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Wave it around, SB. Wave it around, SB.
Knocking like this?
Wave it around,
And
SB.
then
Thank
y'all
you.
running people in the chat
Thank
talking about
you.
they got the got 3,000.
Thank
This is
you.
like the new got that's coming out
Thank
December
you.
December
Yo, I
25th
gotta-
this year. This
Yo,
the
Big
2023, the 2024 new got 5,000 machine right here. And all three of y'all got it.
All right. Let's look.
Shit, I gotta call.
Back in action.
As soon as my mom go to lunch, I gotta call her. We're gonna celebrate this one.
Yeah. After lunch, she gonna call me too.
So, all right, Ryan. See.
My bad, bro. My bad. All the
Like
Yankee
that.
talking got me on edge. My bad, bro. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have did that. My bad. Chat, forgive me. Ox, forgive me. Mama Ox, love you. Winter sent through a super chat. Dub's not up here, but maybe one of us can answer it. He said, Dub, how long Bam is going to be out? Also, name 5 teams that y'all think have been good so far on defense.
5 teams that have been good so far on defense. Let's see. Minnesota,
Orlando.
the Knicks.
The Knicks.
Detroit is a good defensive team. They just ain't
No,
nothing
they're
on
not.
offense.
No, they're not.
Yo, Damo, please don't.
No,
be
they're
doing
not.
that.
No, they're not. No, they are not.
It's not possible. Defense would have won you one of them games, bro.
Not when you got a potential terrorist for your coach, but hey, man, I get it. I get it, man. I get it.
Oklahoma City been good defensively too, y'all. They have.
They have been good, haven't they?
Oklahoma City been good.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing all the ruckus about them yet. I'm still waiting.
Because you don't turn them on. That's why.
That's why they got you watching
watching.
Oklahoma City.
That was Chitchat. I told you yesterday after Chill with Chill. That was the that was the game I'm going to focus on. Because I'm not trying to watch a whole bunch of games at once, so I choose maybe one game that I'll focus on and a couple of games I'll tap into.
You did say that yesterday about Oklahoma City.
I watched them last night. I like watching them. They're exciting, but it's just still I just can't get on the train. I'm trying to say like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I like
it's
them.
a lot of
I
teams.
really do like them.
Ox, there's a lot of team in the West who probably would not want to play OKC in the first round.
I don't think so. I think okay. So look, so I understand what you're saying. Like, no, you probably wouldn't choose them, but out of the group of teams that are gonna be in the playoffs, OKC is gonna be the team where it's like, all right, we got them. You know
no, it is not.
No, yeah.
You think
the Kings gonna have an easy work if they play OKC in the first round?
I never said that, but I'm saying we would rather play them than Minnesota. We'd rather play them than New Orleans. We'd rather play them than the Lakers. We'd rather play them than the Clippers. We'd rather play them than the Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns. Y'all gotta feel this. Y'all gotta feel this logic I'm coming with right here.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm pretty sure teams would rather play the Clippers than the.
Oh no!
Okay, see,
in my opinion.
I'm with you.
What
Dom.
episode is this? What
I'd rather
episode is
play
this? We're gonna revisit this when March come around. Trying to tell y'all.
Okay.
Y'all was so hyped about the Clippers beating up on the weak ass Rockets that beat up on the weak ass first. No, hold on, Damo. Let me just. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about who this applies to. Whoever this applies to is who I'm talking to. Y'all was so hyped about them weak ass Rockets and Spurs when saying, oh, the Clippers were so fine before James Harden gets there. You move a guy like James Harden onto a team that has Russell Westbrook at the starting point guard, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, you're gonna have some issues to start and work it out with. They got through that. Now they're in phase 1 of healing. They went through that in the morning phase. Now they're healing. You know what I'm saying? They are going to be okay. Watch. I'm trying to tell you. Watch. Ain't they 500 now? Aren't the Clippers back to 500 right now?
Yeah, I think they won yesterday.
All right, watch out. Hey, look out. Somebody's coming. And don't say I ain't warned you.
I think they're a game under 500.
Were the Thunder ever under 500 this season?
I'm not comparing them. That's irrelevant to playoff time. Like these first 20 games are going to be whoever won and lost, and what your record was at Thanksgiving. That shit is going to mean nothing when April 28th rolls around.
I'm just saying.
Okay, Bobby. I'm back home now, Bobby. I'm back home now. You finna get cooked now. So you just said something about the strippers. What did you say?
Yes, I did. I said the same thing I've been saying since before you left. You back, and I'm saying the same thing. Why? Because I make a take and I stand on it. I don't go game to game like, oh, you know what? I said it because I believe it. I'm not saying it for no clicks.
Do you stand on what you said about the Phoenix Suns too?
I stand on what I said. I'm not doing it for clicks. I believe what I'm talking about.
I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure you stand on what you said about Phoenix too.
Hey, wins over clicks.
Well, Phoenix is losing, so
wins over
I don't know what that's gonna do for you. Yeah.
Hey, like I said, wait till March come around. Wait till early April, and we're gonna see where the Clippers is at.
We're gonna
see where the Suns is at. Watch. That's all I'm saying.
First round exit for the Clippers.
I can't. None of these things I'm saying can be proven right now. It can only be proven when the time comes. So I'm at a disadvantage because y'all just gonna be, talking shit about the take, nitpicking. I got to keep defending it time and time again. But the point is, you just got to be patient. You got to learn how to breathe and be patient and just wait for things to come. Patience, young man.
This is my only question. What have the Clippers shown you, even recently with the Harden and over the years, that you could believe in them when April come around? When the spring,
I don't care about what happened. I don't care about what happened last year. I'm talking about the team that is simple now. I'm talking about picking up. See,
whoa,
your Wi-Fi didn't want you to get that done.
So, you believe in the Clippers? Why are you gonna believe in James Harden, who hasn't shown you anything?
How many times I gotta explain this? I don't gotta believe in James Harden to carry. They got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard to do that. All James Harden has to do is what you said he was, Doug. Such a great facilitator. Such a great facilitator, such a great point guard. You told me that, Doug, and I was pushing against you. So now that I'm with you, please don't go against me, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, what you gonna do about that defense?
Dub, if you cared about me, then you was telling me the truth. And so I believe that you was telling me the truth. You wasn't just talking for clicks. So I believe you said it because you were trying to help me out.
Bob, but let's be real. What you gonna do about that defense, though?
What are you talking about? They got a bad defense?
The Clippers defense, especially when they're gonna go match up against a team like the Nuggets, they're not gonna be able to check the Suns. They're not going. Yeah, the first time they've been able to actually contain Jokic, the first time in how long?
If they did it once,
they get torched by Luka. They get torched by Jokic. They're probably gonna get torched by the Lakers. They're gonna get torched by everyone. Yeah,
the Lakers just beat them for the first time this year.
Okay, we're talking about this year, like you talk about what's going on this season, right? Why are we talking about things that happened in the past? You cooking yourself now, Bob? No, you cooking yourself.
This is crazy. Like I just said, Doug. I just said before you pop back up here that the takes I'm making can't be proven until March and April. So just watch. Be patient. Be patient.
Oh man.
Hey, and Bob, you asked me a question before my internet had went bad. You asked me that if I knew I was gonna get the Draymond Green suspension, would I did the same thing?
Would you have went harder?
I'd have stood on business, but I wouldn't have. Like I said, I would have respected. If I would have thought about that, this is Shaq's platform. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have not cursed and said what I said to Chill Town. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I probably would have changed. I'd still call Chitchat a chump and all other kind of stuff because he already know he a chump. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know.
I forgot. Sometimes we feel like when we on here, Chilltown know how it is. We feel like we on the court for real. So when we on here, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if it's in Mongolia. I don't care if it's in Sudan. I don't care if it's in Iraq or whatever. If they cut the check, we feel like we on the court getting that money. You know what I'm saying? Dog. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is this. When I feel like I'm on the court, I'm in the action. This is how we talking for real. They don't get mad at us up here saying this, but go and mic up the court. Go mic up any NBA game and see what you hear every game. And that's in front of all the people, all the kids, everything else. So again, you know what I'm saying? I got to remember that we not in that atmosphere. We in a different atmosphere where, you know what I'm saying, you got to abide and play by a certain set of rules because of what the whole team is trying to achieve. So I understand that. I mean, everybody on the team ain't got to get along. Shit, them motherfuckers ain't like Mike. They ain't like Mo. But guess what? Guess what, though, Doug? They won 6 and 5 championships with both of them. Am I right or wrong?
I accept your apology ticket. I'm still gonna kick your ass.
You still a chump.
I'm still gonna kick your ass though.
I'm at your helmet. You still a chump. I'm still gonna
kick your ass though. So
chill. I'm still gonna walk on the court and elbow you as soon as I'm on the court, dog.
I'm still gonna swing on you. And I'm still gonna do that. So you know. Okay.
Hey, don't get mad at me when your fist start hurting.
Malice in the panel. All right.
Malice.
Okay. We got a super chat. Oh, yes. I read the super chat earlier, but you wasn't here, Dub. A super chat from Winner. He said, Dub, how long is Bam gonna be out? Also, well, we talked about the last part, but how long is Bam gonna be out?
How long is Bam gonna be out? Probably. I don't know. I mean, I just look at I'll check it right now.
And also, nobody fears Bam either. So
he's saying Bam Adebayo is just going through a hip injury, is day to day, so he should be back within a week. But it's day to day right now, so you just gotta take it day by day. We'll see.
Okay, cool. Toxic Key sent through a super chat and said, "Get rid of them."
To that question.
They just asked the defensive. What they said, name the 5 best defensive teams
in the league right now.
Yeah.
I would say it would have to be Orlando, Timberwolves, I think Celtics, Orlando, Timberwolves, Celtics. I guess you can say OKC, and I still think Cleveland's a good defense.
All right, cool. Toxic Key shot through a super chat. Shout out to Toxic Key. Dub profile picture said, "Get rid of the litter and give us a tournament. Every non-playoff player, a single elimination tournament." The players or the teams?
I don't know what the hell going
on. I think every team that's not in the playoffs gets a tournament, I guess.
Like an NIT?
Like yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Shit, hell no. Once I get eliminated from this shit, I'm going to Cancun.
Facts.
Are you out, big guys?
Yeah, well, it's over. What I want a consolation trophy for? Shit. See what these hoes is doing. Shit.
I can get with that. Shout out to Cheese. I was talking about these Players' Choice memberships. Shout out to Cheese. I could get with Cheese gifting 10 Players' Choice memberships. Dorian Clayton too. Shout out to Dorian Clayton gifting 10 Players' Choice memberships. Donovan Samuels as well. Appreciate you guys for coming through. Y'all very generous. We appreciate you on this side. Mello Williams has a super chat for Ticket TV. He said Tyrese Halliburton also has a case for most improved player.
All right, I got somebody else who do too. And he's over there in Philly right now. Philly. Hey, Jay Reed brothers got LL knocked. And his name is Tyrese Maxey. Ain't Tyrese Halliburton. It's Tyrese Maxey over there putting up almost near 30. So what it was, mere bag of shells, sucker. I also got another one for you. He's over there doing the dance in Brooklyn right now. And I'm talking about doing the dance. And his name is Cam Thomas, who went from averaging 8 points per game last year to 26 this year, sir. So, yeah, you can't do this with me. I can do it all day. And like I said before, man, hey, don't you guys hold back on me on the panel, man. I don't want nobody to feel like I dominate. I just want you to bring it. That same smoke all time. People run around and say, oh man, ticket is soft. How I get soft? I get ejected. I got ejected for going hard. How I'm soft? I got ejected. I got suspended. I ain't run. Yeah, I want that. I want that. Like Prime say, it's personal, baby. It's personal, bro. It's personal. Personal.
So, ticket is basically what he's saying is he's Rudy Gobert, and he wants you guys to attack.
This ain't no Rudy Gobert. This ain't no Rudy Gobert.
My bad.
I'm Drake Martin. I'm the one putting dudes in here like getting thrown out the game. See what I'm saying? I'm the one putting dudes in the head like getting thrown out the game. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, Ron, men lie, women lie. The numbers don't, Dub. Hey, Dub. Hey, Dub. You 24, Dub. So is the Dubs, baby. Believe that. You know how we rolling, Dub. All day, all night. Believe that. Hilltown, December 23rd, sucker. Just remember your name.
A feast for squires sent through a super chat. A feast for squirrels said, I think an interesting reward for the in-season tournament could be a cap increase for your organization the following years.
Oh man, that's insane.
Just give them $500,000, a trophy, and let's continue with the season.
There's always there's always something else, big guys. Always.
Man, it's crazy.
Crazy. Always something else.
Nah, that's insane. A cap? That's crazy. That's insane.
Hey, also, I think the Connecticut Suns moving to Boston. I think I saw something on that.
You said what?
The Connecticut Suns, WNBA. I think they're moving to Boston.
That'd be cool.
But you're gonna have so you're gonna have a WNBA team in Boston?
Yeah, the Connecticut. I saw what I saw the other day was a little article. The Connecticut Suns, I believe they're actually moving to Boston. Yeah.
Hey, but shout out to Connecticut though, especially when it comes to women's basketball. Connecticut really been holding it down for women's basketball for a long time. Obviously, you got the college, but it's a big basketball state just in terms of the WNBA team too. So shout out the women's basketball, collegiate, high school, WNBA. All of that, but shout out to Connecticut because a lot of women's basketball has been going through Connecticut.
Well, the Suns finna be in Massachusetts now.
Jason Santana or whatever your name is. I don't really care for you too much, and I don't really care for this super chat too much. But for the Gok 5000ers up here, I'm gonna read this. It says the Evil Empire is back. Yankees off to a great start.
Just gotta keep it going, man. Can't let up. No cap. Can't let. Getting Juan Soto is not where it ends. I ain't gonna lie to you. Rio, hey, strengthen that pitching lineup, my guy. Get that bullpen straight, and then we can talk. I'm not worried about getting one extra hitter. We need pitchers galore.
A bunch of home runs for no reason.
That's
it's gonna look good though.
Hey, it's gonna look real good. Look real good.
Hey, y'all living up to the name, Bronx Bombers. It's cool until y'all start getting bombed on. Supposed to go. We got pitching. We just woo, the other side, boy. Supposed to go with the super chat. Said Dub is a capper and a Steph hater. Change the last 30 seconds to 45 seconds, or change the last 30 to 45 seconds and see the difference.
I also want to see the difference on when they're up by 5 and when they're down by 5. I want to acknowledge that one too. The Ron Freeze? Oh my god!
No. I just was letting that marinate for him. You know, sometimes you got to let them feel the cooking that they're getting. 8 Gates Lee said, "Talk about Jokic tonight." Clamped by Zubac
and Daniel Tice.
I don't really have a problem with Jokic's night. I'm gonna tell y'all why. The reason why I don't have a problem with his night, the same reason I didn't have a problem with AD.
You a Clipper hater? You just
I'm not. Hold on. I'm about to take a peek. No, I'm about to tell you something. I'm about to put something real in your brain real quick.
I can't believe you coming like this.
Hold on.
Just bow down to greatness, nigga. Bow down to I ain't mean to say that. Bow down to the Clippers, now. Come on.
Hold on. What sparked this whole thing? Hold on, Bob. I want you to peep this, dog. What sparked the whole situation is when we was talking about AD. Now, this correlates with Jokic because of this, and I want you to think about this too, Real Town, all of you guys. You too, Damo. What I'm talking about, AD, you guys saw in the last game what I'm talking about. What did AD do last game, Doug? He didn't shoot the ball well, but he took 26 shots. He was aggressive. That's what I'm asking from AD on a nightly basis. To be aggressive. So last night, I'm not upset that Jokic shot the ball back because Jokic was aggressive. Now, if Jokic had a stretch where he just shooting the ball 30-some times every game, not playing well and not playing like he's normally played to help his teammates, now I have an issue.
You don't got a problem with the quote unquote best player in the NBA getting clamped by Zubac and Daniel Tice? You don't got a problem with that?
Hold on, Bob. This is what I'm saying.
He got clamped.
I want those guys to be aggressive. Hold on, Bob. Even if he missed those shots and they clamped him, right? I have no. He was still.
But he's such a good passer. Why you just don't keep passing? Why not? Why not in the game? I'm saying he could have 17 assists in Chilltown. He could have more assists. He could have threw more lobs to Aaron Gordon. Stop shooting the ball. You're broke.
There's no reason to take 26 shots if you're not
broke.
Well, I know it is a reason. Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why it's a reason. Respectfully, here's the reason why it's a reason. I'm gonna tell you why it's a reason. Hold on. Why it's a reason is, for one, you're supposed to be the best player on the team, not a 39-year-old LeBron James. And so you're supposed to be aggressive. Your aggressiveness sets the tone for everybody else because it makes other guys have to guard you. It makes other guys have to have, for example, him being aggressive caused the other big fella to have a bad night because now he's more worried about you defensively. He can't even get into a groove of things. So he had a horrible night to starting big man for the Phoenix Suns because he's worried about 80's attacking the boards, 80's going to the basket, attacking hard, trying to catch every ball at the rim and dunk it back. That's the aggressiveness you want from 80 on a nightly basis. I don't want 80 having a bad night in 11 shots, 10 shots, 12 shots. No, I'd rather 80 have 25, 26 shots in a bad night and we still win because he was aggressive, because he made the other guy have to play defense. He made the other guy have to pay attention to him for most parts of the game. This is the type of stuff I be trying to say to y'all when I talk. So when I see a guy like Jokic last night shoot 32 times, I agree with Bobby to an extent to where he says, yeah, do what you normally do. But sometimes if Jokic feel like, hey, man, look, I just feel like I'm going to go for it tonight, I'm not going to question his decision-making because for 99% of the time, he has been a great decision maker with the basketball. So, I'm not going to treat him like I would treat a guy like Russ when he goes off board, like I would treat certain guys like James Harden when we start throwing the ball away, or some of these other guys. So that's what I'm talking about. You need AD all the time to be a dog like that. I'm paying you the max to give me the max on both ends. That's all.
I think AD is overpaid at this point. He's overpaid.
Alert.
No, he is. He's overpaid.
All right, y'all. Keeping it pushing on the super chats. Western 742 says, shout out to y'all. The panel is my favorite show on YouTube. Appreciate the entertainment and hoop talk. Shout out my dog.
Have you seen PC Tunes? That's a show. That's a show.
Hey, let me tell y'all something in the chat. Y'all make sure that Ron put the PC Cash App link up there. Y'all use that in the PayPal links. Use those links because I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, man. It helps those guys in the channel more because of the actual percentages of what PC gets as a total. If you send a super chat, they'll take 40% of that. So 40% PC won't see of that. But if you send a Cash App, PC's going to see 97% of that. So it's going to go further. And a lot of you guys already have Cash App. A lot of you guys have PayPal already. So it's just easy for y'all. You can just send your messages through there and Ron will read them on the screen, man. And also, y'all hit up that merchandise store like Ron said, man. I seen they got some good stuff in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about me as much as it's about getting Ox off that $3. We're trying to get him up to by the start of 2024. We're trying to get him up to.
There's no way we still on Ox with the $3. Ox, you gotta have more than $3 today, yo. You had that like 6 months ago.
It's
you
hard
still on
here,
that big Ox?
It's
I need to send you some, yo.
It's hard out here. Nah, man, y'all just send some super chats, send some cash apps, buy some merch. Check out the merch. It's all right.
It's cool.
You know what they need to do, Bob? They need to have one to say Bobby Evans. Well, I can't even say that, but Bobby Evans had a hell beat out of my ticket. That's what they need. That's what they need to have on one hoodie.
Ain't nobody gonna purchase
what I did to you on Black Friday.
Ain't nobody gonna purchase
on Black Friday was disgusting, bro.
Don't worry about it, Big Ox, because what I'm about to do.
I ain't worried about it. That was sacrificing me, warming it up for this show right here.
Okay. You came up there with a tuxedo for your own funeral, boy. What's wrong with you?
Watch what I do to him on the 23rd, Big Ox.
Well, I hope you wear a tuxedo too.
I don't need to wear no tuxedo. I ain't got no chicken in my pocket. I don't got none of that. But I know what I do have. I got all that work for you though. I know I got that.
Brian Carter said Clips making Jokic a high volume shooter to keep him out of the paint as much. 17 for 55 in 2 games. 32 came from free throw circle up. Is that his poison?
Great defense. Great defense.
Making Jokic shoot, is that his poison?
Got to. I mean, you get him going downhill. You know what he does, man. He just lay that big body on you, get the flopping and laying on you, and then on top of that, he is huge. So when you put that much weight on somebody, they push him backwards, and that's what Mars be talking about. He just put it on the rim and wait for it to come right back to his hand if he misses it, and he's going right back up with it. You can't let him get downhill. You got to make him shoot the ball. I'd rather turn Jokic into a passer and a shooter. He's dangerous coming downhill, dropping it off to Aaron Gordon with the live pass, Michael Porter Jr. in the corner. That's a dangerous place for him to be at. Make him shoot the ball.
Yeah. Hey, Ron, I got to bounce, brother. I will
All
see you tomorrow. It is on. Ticket. Good to have you back. I'm going to still bust your ass, though.
Hey, Chilltown, I think it shows to keep Russ coming off that bench really works.
Yep.
Spark plug.
All right, fellas. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Out.
All right, bet. We got a couple more super chats. Nick Tri-State said, I need 10 minutes to have a cook-off with Ticket when I ain't on the clock. Jamal Murray top 10. What? That's that. Maria knows best. Oh, it's Maria? Maria knows best. Yeah. He said, or she said, y'all see my man Desmond Bane? My winner for most improved player. Agreed?
He should have got one already.
I don't know if them numbers stay relatively consistent when Ja comes back. I'm with it. If they fall off a cliff when Ja come back and they start winning, then nah.
I mean, Desmond has solid numbers with Ja though. Desmond's proved to be a good piece next to Ja. I mean, Ja being a slasher, Ja getting to the rim. Desmond Bane's essential for Ja. So I could see it staying around the same. And he's gonna start getting easier shots too. I mean, when that's the case. Toxic Key shot through another super chat and said, no more lottery. Instead a tournament for the number 1 pick. Where you finish in the tourney determines your pick.
What y'all think about that? Is that fire? Or?
I think it's unfair because obviously the team that finishes with the 16th best record is going to be better than the team that finishes with the 25th best record. They have a better team and whatnot. So I think it does injustice to like if they were to do that right now, it would be a major injustice to the Spurs, the Wizards, and the Pistons trying to beat, who's a team, for instance, trying to beat the Clippers, for instance, or the Warriors. My bad. The Warriors are making the playoffs, remember? So the Warriors.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hey, real time, where they go get his blood pressure medicine?
Pop Skills with last super chat of the day. Then we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. He said, y'all are telling Chill the in-season tournament team earned it as if the team that won more games in the regular season didn't earn it.
Hey, Ron, hold on 1 second. Hey, yo,
what's up? Holla at me.
I saw in the comment section. Me and Damo, we go at it on YouTube, dog. It's YouTube. Don't ever disrespect that man's daughter. Man got a beautiful daughter up there on the screen, bro. Don't y'all do that. Don't play with that man's family like that, bro. Real talk. You're able to don't do that. We don't do that. Me and Damo, I can go at Damo all day long. You know what I'm saying? We can troll, we can talk, whatever, but don't do that to his daughter, bro. I seen somebody doing the comment. Don't do that, bro. Real talk. We don't roll like that.
All right, y'all. I know what time it is. Tonight we got the playing games. We're gonna come back tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a hot smoking show because we're gonna have some good things to talk about. Something crazy gonna happen tonight. I don't know what it is, but I know something crazy is gonna happen. We're gonna be here bright and early in the morning to talk about it. Yo, open gym going on right now. Y'all be sure to jump over there. It's lit in open gym. Y'all know what time it is. Until then, we're gonna holler at y'all.